Welcome to another foodie show. I just realized I never started this alone, so I messed up again this week. Yeah, hey, here we go. Welcome to another foodie show, our weekly show here live on the Dude Network. Your weekly dose of all things food and cooking or whatever else comes up because we're crazy. And as always, I am joined by our bearded brother, friend and compadre, the South Kakalaki Smoke a Fried Samurai, minor of choice for that sweet, sweet, sweet Carolina Gold. Hailing out of the 843 TDN's own master of production, the segment soothsayer, Damon. Back Porch Barbecue. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How was
Good,
your week,
man.
brother?
Week wasn't
Or
bad.
I guess since Friday, we all saw each
Yeah,
other
we all seen each other since Friday. Yeah, I mean the weekend wasn't too bad. I mean, went to a little local race last night, and then today
Oh,
kind of
nice.
caught yard work and cooked some pork steaks today. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, not too bad. What about you?
I've just been trying to kick it, bro. I'm on call
Hey,
this week. Just been trying to kick it. But
ah,
I did start some guanciale, made some homemade pasta dough. Stuff will be coming. You'll see it. You'll see it
there you
all. You'll
go.
see it all. But hey, before we get to our special co-host of the night, as always, if you missed Dudes After Dark on Friday with David E. Oh man,
Dana,
Dana.
Dana.
Yeah, I didn't want to mispronounce it.
Yeah,
Dana. Uh, Catch it on all social media platforms. Always check it out on Spotify. Spotify is video podcast now, so you can see it live, or
yeah,
be just like you're watching it now.
yeah. Just like you watching it now.
Yeah, and before we bring on our master, our big guy here, we are. This show's brought to you by Garage Beer, man. If you like beer
Hmm.
flavored beer, this is your drink. They have a lime flavored version. They're currently sweeping across the Midwest East in a few different states. We're working on getting them to the West
It's
Coast.
coming. It's coming.
Beer flavored beer. We love it. Thank you, Garage Beer, so much. And I mean, this man needs no introduction. He's
Nah,
TDN himself.
funny.
You guys might know him as the Prince of the Poors, Tony the Dude Lane. Oh, what is
That's
that right there?
proper,
Look at
proper,
that. With the
proper way
pinky
to drink
raised
garage
and the
beer.
garage beer.
Pinky
How we
out.
doing,
Unbelievable.
gentlemen?
Not
How we
not
doing?
unbelievable.
Nah,
Just unbelievably perfect.
that's right.
Oh, okay, I'm out. This is bullshit. This is why
Ah,
I don't come on Sundays.
Yeah, he doesn't like compliments. Everybody give Tony a compliment in the
that's right.
chat. Make
I
him
should be
feel
like
really
king of the
special.
mod. If I had a favorite band, it'd be Modest Mouse. Facts.
Oh, hey, they're really good though.
I do like Modest Mouse. They had some bangers.
Dude,
Man.
That's right.
bangers. Dude, I love Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to remember their side group
Mm.
right now.
Were they part of the Racketeers? With,
No.
the Black
Much
There
no.
we go.
Rack Tours with
Yeah.
Jack
Rack Contours?
White.
Yeah.
There
That
it
was
is.
all Jack White. I will
Oh,
get
you
back to you
guys.
guys. I
Stop it.
promise. I'm sorry.
We'll circle back. Circle back.
Man, we
All
got the
right.
chat is blowing up already.
Yeah. By the way, everybody that's new here tonight, thank you so much.
Yes.
We're honored to have all the new followers
Yes.
along and
Let's shout 'em
first-time
out
viewers
real
here
quick.
tonight. If you're looking for something cool and structured,
We got a Robert
probably
Cook right here. Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
let's go.
Dad Seasoning. Hey man, he sent me some stuff. I tried it. It was really good. Really, really good.
Kelly Mordog.
Mordog. Hey, Kelly.
Welcome.
Hey, lots of new faces.
Yeah.
Lots of new
BBQ and
faces.
more
Love
rubs.
it.
Let's go. Adam Baker, welcome to TDN, my
Wow.
friends.
Wow.
Awesome.
Welcome. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and give it a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
share it out.
Yeah, hey,
Bring a
let's
friend.
you don't have to share it, but even by you liking it, it helps. Believe it or
That's
not,
right.
just a simple like, it just lets them know, like, hey, people actually like this show.
Yeah, people like it.
At least they think they like it because you did that. So
Even if it's a fake, it'll be all right.
yeah, give us a fake like, please.
Tim,
Fake
what's
like.
up, my friend?
Hashtag fake likes matter.
That's
Fake-
right.
Hey, look. And
That's something we can all get behind.
If you want to just like flood the chat tonight, hey, engagements, they don't
That's
hurt
it.
us. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. We got Tim's here. What up,
Hey,
dude?
Tito! What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man. Love it.
Coming
Oh,
in. They
yeah.
coming in.
Let's go.
I used to work with Tito. What's up, my brother? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tito.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I appreciate the support.
All right.
Hey, okay, first of all, let's put it this way. Twitter, excuse me, gentlemen.
Mm.
Hopefully, are we
I like the
demonetized
Titter.
now?
No.
Are we demonetized?
No.
Technically, we only got limited on Friday. Technically.
Hey, that's good for us.
Hey,
We
that's
did get
good.
the red. We only got the yellow on Friday.
There we go.
So Twitter has been in a frenzy today.
Y'all have been
Right.
wild today.
Yeah,
Y'all
it
been
has been wild. And I would like to think it was because of me or Damon or Tony. But I think it's because of the guests we have on. Everybody's really excited to see what's going on.
That's
There's
right.
some kind of announcement.
Yeah, what's the rumor? The rumors there's a big announcement. So hey, we got some seasonings to try live. I did say titter. You know what? Whatever. You're welcome. You know? Hey, if TDN is nothing but an entertainment place, so you're welcome.
That's right.
But we got
pure ingredients.
Yeah, pure ingredients.
Pure.
There's this company's been around for a little while. A lot of friends have been like, "Hey, check this out," and been friends on Twitter for a little bit, and we're gonna try some seasonings live. Get down to what the frick is really going on with Twitter. Without further ado, the man, the myth.
Was he doing?
Far Out Food. Oh, there he is.
Far Out
Foods.
The only thing we're missing was the Stone Cold.
Yeah, hey, the theme music's in my head. Sorry, y'all can't hear it.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, my bad.
No, it's cool, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see a lot of my friends, family, people from Twitter. So I'm happy to see everybody show up.
Man.
Appreciate y'all. Definitely. Of course, I wouldn't be here without any of y'all at all whatsoever. I mean, like minus all that hard work and stuff I do, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take anything, right? Yeah, just you people.
Yeah.
Now we're
Stephen, how are
demonetized.
you, man?
Now we're and thanks to you guys, all of you, for having me on for sure.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
for sure. Appreciate you coming.
Hey, thanks for making the time to be here, dude.
Hey, well,
We,
in my head, I'm not a big deal, so I'm impressed that everybody showed up and turned out. So
same.
Hey,
Every week.
when Twitter barbecue community president / CEO of this Grill Life says community
Unofficial.
unite,
unofficial.
there we go. Unofficial.
Yeah.
Man, like it.
He won't accept the title. That's why it's
He
unofficial.
won't.
He
I
won't,
know.
no.
We try.
He's like, I don't promote anything. Only if I like it, I might mention it somewhere. I'm like, all you do is promote, Tony. You just
Yeah,
promote.
that's all you do is spread love and
You
promote.
just spread love, dude.
Yep.
So, hey, let real quick before we get into any of the crazy cool stuff, let's talk about Far Out Foods.
Oh yeah, I got,
This has been around since the
I got
80s,
a whole list,
right?
so I could talk to
You
y'all
guys
all
started
night.
in the you guys started in the way back in the 80s before some of these barbecue accounts probably weren't born, huh?
Yes and no. We officially started, the version of this company 2017, but I've started this company under the same name, but I say it was different because it was spelled Foodz with an S. Back in 2010, when I first got into the food scene, was working for a local yogurt company that's now out of business and was doing farmers markets and all that stuff. That version of the business was butter and cheese, because I was experimenting with doing all kinds of stuff. Of course, it was illegal. And when I found out what you got to do to get legal, I quickly got out of the butter and cheese business and shut down the business and went and got another corporate job and put it all on hold for 7 years. But no, my dad originally invented the seasoning. Actually, did I have some of it with me? Yeah, here. I brought you guys. Everybody calls us drug dealers. So when we came out with our new bags, We did 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 1 pound. And I was like, we should do a 2 pound. And everybody goes, well, 2 pounds is close to a kilo because it's 2.2 pounds.
Yes.
So we even made the kilo white on purpose.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He runs it with me too, but he couldn't be here tonight. But here's this is the Cajun Sprinkle Hot. So
Oh, yes.
that's the one this is what we call the Louisiana version. This is actually the original one. But this is not the one that I came out with first. The one that we sell right now that's called the medium. That's actually the one we released first, but we call that the Georgia version because it's not as spicy. But no, my dad came up with that in 1984. He had bought it's like a Popeyes clone, kind of. You guys know Popeyes fried chicken, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love Popeyes. Love that chicken at
Yeah,
Popeyes.
right. So I
Say
say,
it before I can say it.
our
Yeah.
family fried chicken recipe, which we're working on eventually getting to a restaurant one of these days here soon. We're going to bring it back. But our fried chicken recipe is like Popeyes used to be back in the day before they changed it. So it's still, properly seasoned and really good. And you peel off that skin and all the meat's got seasoning on it, not that bland, just white meat underneath the crust. Anyway, so my dad worked for Popeyes in the 70s, and some guys broke off, started this chain, as a local restaurant, had 12 locations, and they did fried chicken and all that stuff, biscuits, just like Popeyes. And then my dad bought it on his 30th birthday, as the story goes, I think, which was September 1st of 1981, and I was born in December of 1981. And that's how it's kind of my birthright. But in 84, he was looking for a Cajun seasoning that wasn't loaded with a bunch of salt. I'm not taking digs on anybody. This is just part of the story. But back then you had Tony Chachere's, Paul Prudhomme, guys like that who've been around 40, 50 years. They're really well respected in the New Orleans food scene, but he just wasn't happy with the amount of salt and not enough flavor there. So he came up with his own. We used it on the fried chicken. We used it on the fries. We seasoned our corn with it. Like, that's how we realized it was really an all-purpose seasoning. And of course, spoiler alert, y'all, we're probably going to change the name of it to all-purpose seasoning because people here on the retail shelves, they see the word Cajun and they run. They think it's spicy. But
that crap really plays a toll for you guys.
As soon as we feed it to them, though, and they're like, man, this is amazing. It's not spicy or anything. Like, oh, it's called Cajun Sprinkle. Oh, it is? Okay, well, I'll give it a try. Now that they've had it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but
it's all about the sprinkle term. It immediately gets rid of all the negative connotations, right?
I hope so, because it's they say you always focus on the last word you hear, right? So they hear Cajun go and they go sprinkle and go okay.
Yeah.
I like sprinkle. Yeah,
I love sprinkles. My kids love sprinkles. Just ask them.
Yeah.
Sprinkle everything.
we actually have
basically
some of the Cajun sprinkle. We
So-
can try it right now.
So you want to know how the two different ones came to be? So it's basically, I grew up with Cajun Sprinkle on the table. We always had it. My mom would make it, grocery store spices, mix it up, whatever. She would get empty containers in the mail from all her friends after we shut down the restaurant back in the 80s. Hey, I need some more of that seasoning you got, So it's always been around. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm spoiled. I've had it since I was like 3. So finally hit me one day. I'm like, I should sell this. But of course, nobody's going to buy my stupid seasoning. That's where I started with, right?
Yeah.
Look at me here 6 years later. Awesome. I love you guys. I literally had to give it away for free. So my origin story, $350, my kitchen table, 48 glass jars. I made 10 pounds of Cajun Sprinkle, is the most I'd ever made at once in my life. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all this Cajun Sprinkle? We do stuff by the hundreds of pounds now. So, I'm like, but still.
You're like, why did I even worry about 10 pounds?
Like, I stunk up my house because I did it in the kitchen. Yeah. So the wife's like, the whole house smells like Cajun seasoning. Oh, sorry, honey. I didn't think it was
welcome, honey.
Yeah.
That smells like money.
And then half of them I gave away on Twitter. I was like, anybody, which Kelly Moordock, she said hi. Yeah, Cajun Sprinkle goes on everything. I love Kelly. Kelly's one of my OG people because I got on Twitter and I was like, anybody who's got more than 1,000 followers, because when you got 1,000, man, that's big time, Anybody more than 1,000 followers, as long as you're willing to pay for shipping, and a lot of people I just sent them to it completely free, I'll send you a jar as long as you tweet about it. And I'd say, if I'm leaving y'all out, sorry, but there's about 10 or 12 people that are still with us today. that still have their original Cajun sprinkle jar with the crappy little logo on it. Like that was my vision. I thought that was going to like save the world, you know, and it's changed 5 times since then. But but anyway, so the medium and the hot, here's how it happened. So growing up, I never had the recipe until I moved out of my mom's house. And I'm like, Mom, I'm tired of waiting on you to fill up my jar. I got to cook. I'm hungry. So, okay, I guess, well, you know, you're like 24 now. You're old enough, like it's a gun or alcohol. You're old enough now. I guess I can give you the, you know, the family recipe. I'm like, yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. She gives it to me. I'm like, that's it. That's the secret. Like, this is all salt. Like, it's not. So I added onion to it.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. No. Well, if you read our About Us page, it says that, you know, my dad made it and it was perfection, at least until I came along. And, you know, I totally take credit for the current version. But no, so I added onion to it. It didn't used to have onion. If you notice, the hot doesn't have onion. I doubt y'all read the ingredients label, but it doesn't. That was just me. My brother gives me a lot of crap. His name's Patrick, by the way. He's my older brother by 10 years, but he's my co-owner and partner.
Hey, Patrick.
Yeah, he'll watch this later.
Yeah,
he could take it night. He's still got he's still got a day job, so he's got to get up in the morning. But no, he ribs me because I put onion in just about everything. I just like it. I got garlic and onion in just about every blend I make because why not? They're like the basis of all flavor in life, you know. I mean, not really salt is, but
no, but I'm with you.
So anyway, so I made it, you know. I got all the spices and I made that version, the medium, and I just released that. That was just Cajun sprinkle. I like it better with onion. Let's do this, you know. And I released it, and then he kept giving me crap and giving me crap and giving me crap. And like, we got to release the original. We got to change it. This isn't the real thing I grew up with. I was there in the restaurant. I remember because that was his first job, was frying chicken when he was in high school. So I was like, you know what? Fine. I was like, look, Patrick, we got little old ladies like in their 80s who've come up to us at farmers markets and stuff. Oh, I just love your Cajun sprinkle. You know, we can't change it on them. They can't just one day go, hey, this got hotter. You know, like we can't do that to people. We're 3 years in now. So I was like, look, I'll make a deal with you. We'll rebrand it as Cajun sprinkle medium because it's not mild. You know, it can get a little kicky. And then we'll do the hot, you know. And then the big difference is the hot has the original 1980 salt level. So it's a lot more salt than flavor. And then the medium, I cut that sucker way down because salt's just filler, and I was going for even more flavor than my dad was. But that's the basic of the story from all of that.
Well,
I like your sweater.
yeah,
I'm like, who's wearing a sweater? I haven't.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
It also comes with a V-neck.
I promised Tony. Hey, Tony, remember that coffee mug I was talking to you about that I haven't released yet?
Oh, is that it?
Oh,
We get the Yeti?
So my wife bought this for me as a Father's Day present. And I didn't know you could get that logo engraved on there. And
absolutely.
she said, how's everybody going to know it's your cup if you start selling them? And I said, well, can you put my name on it? She says, yeah, you can put the name on the back. And she says, you want me to put your first name? And I said, no, that's too easy. I want something that everybody's going to know is me. This is what my kids call me.
Daddy-o.
Daddy-o! Let's go.
So when I'm drinking, I'm advertising.
Dropkick Murphy songs.
Yeah.
But no,
sing for my daddy.
If you want a mug, man, I'll hook you up. I'll get you one. I love this thing. I drink coffee. I'm drinking Mr. Pibb right now. Stay awake, but.
Well, I'm here to tell you this Cajun sprinkle medium is delicious.
So did you do the finger taste?
I did do. Well, truthfully,
so you got to do the smell, and then you got to do the finger taste.
I smelled them all. My wife smelled them all, and then I was talking with my buddies, and I was like, "Hey, what should we do?" They're like, "Do a live tasting," and I was like, "Oh,
wow, okay."
I was like, "Oh, well."
Oh, and full disclosure,
I accidentally made a Cajun pasta with this.
Okay, that's a good use for it, though.
And
I got full disclosure. So I sent stuff to Johnsy and Damon just told me today that he didn't get his. So, but I'm gonna send him more. I promise.
Thanks, Postal Service.
Yeah, thanks.
I paid for 1 day priority too, and here we are. What, like 7 days later?
Yeah.
Well, the best of it is it says it was delivered.
Yeah, it says it was delivered.
That's the mystery.
Watch, you're gonna get it in 2 weeks after you've already gotten the second package that I send you.
Probably.
What, put that? Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey, Cajun sprinkles for days.
Everybody getting sprinkles.
Either that or the mailman smelled it and was like, "Hey, this is delicious." You know,
You know, I really did
It's
think
far
about that.
out, man.
Well, my
I really
old,
did think
my
about
old
it.
mail lady, whenever I ship out coffee, which we'll get to that. I don't make coffee, but I sell coffee. That's how I got to be friends with her. She's like, "How come all your mail smells like this delicious coffee?" I'm like, "Oh, because I'm giving you the packages with my orders, so we have to be friends." You know, she's like, "The whole mail truck in the summer smells like coffee, man, and spices. What's in these things?"
Jeez, man.
Hey,
So,
I have an announcement real quick on this. I did buy envelopes. The stickers are in the envelopes. I got to look up. I was going to put a nice note in them, but we have progress in the stickers. Adventures, I love you. It's coming. I just, after hearing this about the postal service this week, I just didn't want to send them out yet. I just didn't
That's
have
right.
lots of faith. Hey, Robert, get off my lawn. I said I bought the damn envelope. Get off my ass.
Hey, Kelly says there's a
I was
postal
like, Kelly
worker.
knows. Kelly knows
Yeah.
right there.
There's a
postal
postal
workers
worker
putting
putting
Cajun
Cajun
sprinkles on his
sprinkle
eggs.
Yeah. And some dill and some
Yep.
apple butter.
Yeah, all kind of good stuff.
yeah. Well, hey, speaking of that, let's pull that up real quick, Damon. We got your website here because you guys offer quite a bit of products.
We have about, I don't know, 50. I just tell everybody over 50. It's maybe 55. I'm not really sure. Hey, stop right there. That's something to announce right there. Y'all can get empty shaker jars now with the labels on them. Any of our blends that we sell. So if you're buying by the pound, half pound, whatever, you don't want to have to buy another jar just to get a new one if the lid breaks or whatever. Just come over here and pick one up on your order, and I'll send it to you.
Well, that makes sense.
There you
How
go.
dare you make sense? How
Yeah,
fucking
stop
bad.
being so
You can
logical.
get the hats. Yeah,
This
the
is
trucker hat.
ridiculous.
Well, I just
Hey,
like that it's a one-stop shop for a lot of stuff, so you can combine
Lots of
shipping.
stuff. Yes.
Exactly. And I don't know if anybody's noticed since we've come off of totally free shipping. I had to. I held that as long as I could. If you only buy one jar, you're going to pay shipping, but if you order like 3 jars, the shipping's the same, up to about 5 jars. So,
There you go.
it works out. And then you get $75 that gets free. So,
Yeah, you got some wild-ass flavors, man.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
so there's a story behind every single one of them. Some of them are people on Twitter, customers. Some of them are just crazy dreams I had with random ideas. Like you pick one and I could give you at least 5 minutes on it. So
There you go. Hey.
Well, I'm going to pick one right now, and
Go
I'm going
with
to
it.
try it. I'm going to try it with you so everybody can see.
All right, what we got here? Put them on the big screen
It's
here.
still fresh. I did open and smell them all, but I kept the things on.
Now, what's this?
This
That's-
is the blueberry rub.
Yeah.
Now, hold on a second.
Ooh.
It says premium blueberry and pepper infused rub.
Now, pepper with blueberries. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So it's Chipotle. I almost called it blueberry Chipotle, but the word Chipotle is just so
it
overused.
smells so good.
And it's got a negative connotation as hot.
Yep. And this is more of a sweet with a little aftertaste. Would you agree?
Dude, this is
Oh.
really good.
I was on that
This
one.
is
I was
really
looking
good.
for a reason to use blueberry because it's just not done enough in dry rubs.
That's right.
So,
You don't hardly see it. Really don't hardly see it, to be honest.
and believe it or not, it hadn't really taken off. Surprisingly,
Oh, goodness.
that's why when
Well-
you guys requested it, I was like, "Yeah, let's give it some love because it could use some for sure."
Okay.
I would say on
Well,
the blueberries,
well,
though,
they're idiots. Whoever's sleeping on this, I don't know what to tell you.
so what is it, John? Like the
What's
pepper
next?
and all that, or
I don't know. It's just this nice sweet, this nice. You definitely taste that chipotle kind of blend, but there's this little sweet and this nice little. I don't know. Oh, I'm not a good reviewer guy, man. I'm
I
about
know.
this.
I
This is
get what
going
you're
on
laying
for
down, Johnsy.
this week for
I'm
sure.
thinking like put some in some waffle mix and do like blueberry chicken and waffles.
Interesting.
I love it, dude. In waffles, but I would also sprinkle of this if I was doing chicken and waffles. I would put some of this in the chicken breading as well.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Put it in the breading, dude. Yeah, all of it. Anywhere you can get it on there. This grill
Dude,
has
that would, you know what, that would be really good as a sausage spice.
Interesting. Yeah.
Dude,
That to
breakfast
me-
sausage. Breakfast
Yes.
sausage.
Yeah.
That to me would just bang.
Oh, man.
Yes.
You guys know I make breakfast sausage mix,
I
right?
do.
So,
And then when I
Of course
taste
you do.
it,
just thanks for the
Yeah.
new product idea, y'all. Let me write that
Yeah.
down real fast.
yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
Make
yeah,
sausage.
yeah. 20% commission's cool.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
Heard it here.
Get your Dude Network blueberry sausage.
Hey, we private label, man. We'll work something out.
Dude,
Which-
no,
there
I'm
you go,
telling you,
private
that
label.
I really think that would be a killer breakfast sausage blend. And I don't want to turn anybody off, but I'm impressed by the spice, and it's not terrible. And I'm a spice. No. I'm a spice.
Thanks, man.
I love spice. No, I mean the spice level's not terrible.
You mean the heat level?
Yeah, the
Sorry,
heat
the
level.
heat
Okay.
level, yes,
Congrats, Steven. It doesn't suck.
Yeah, that's his good way of
You
saying it.
heard it here first.
All right, man. I get to stay in business. All right. Cool. Good.
No,
That's
that,
good shit.
yeah, I have all kinds of. See, I butcher a pig every year, and I
That's
make my
cool.
own sausage. But we do a lot of just regular plain ground in case we want, like, if we run out of breakfast or Italian or whatever, we want to do something else.
Yeah.
So look forward to some blueberry rub sausage, folks. I'm just
Well,
letting you
also
know.
remember our big guy breakfast sausage mix, and there's the story there is Big Guy Outdoors. He's on YouTube, Twitter. He's one of our customers. He's the one that inspired us to do it. I said, hey, you guys need to make sausage mix. I can get into that later if you want, but we do that in a regular sage, a hot sage.
So you have
and a
3
maple.
or 4?
There's 3 of them right now.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sage, hot sage, and maple. The sage and the hot sage are sugar free. Obviously, the maple is not because we use maple sugar.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
we
Right.
break open those in, like, if you're making 1 pound of sausage, you buy the single, rip it open, dump it in, done. So we do the 6 pound, 12 pound, 25 pound, and 50 pounds. So, like, if you're butchering a whole deer, they're going to make you 50 pounds of sausage. You buy the 50 pound bag, rip open, dump. Or if you want to save money, you buy the big bag that does 25 pounds or whatever, and it tells you, I think it's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons per pound. I can't remember. That's why it's written down. But you just scoop it out and do it that way, and you save a lot of money and not have to do the single packets or whatever. So
How do you not have a blueberry maple yet, man? Blueberry maple's got to be next.
that could go 2 ways. That could be blueberry maple sausage, and that could also be something savory, garlicky, maybe.
Yes,
Like a sausage,
thank
it's like a
you.
sausage mix.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
So-
I want to run something by you guys. I haven't told literally anybody about this at all.
Oh shit.
Is
So-
this the announcement?
No. I got 2 more of those
Okay.
later.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I
here
know-
we go.
I know how the drama works. We're going to rope them in until, let's see, about 9:45 will be the first announcement. About 10:15 will be the tease up to the big drop at the end. No.
He's a pro, guys. He's a
so-
pro.
So I got an idea. All right, here. First, we're going to transition because I got to give credit where credit is due. So you guys know I'm doing some private label stuff with some of the guys on Twitter. We do a rub for Country Daddy Barbecue called OG Maryland Rub that we developed with him. Matter of fact,
I've had that. It's awesome.
there it is right there.
It's
Yeah.
basically an SPG Old Bay, dude. It's great.
So it's funny you said that. So Smokey's Barbecue is a barbecue restaurant down in Cordele, Georgia. It's down south when you're heading to Florida. It's on I-75. And as a matter of fact, it says here, exit 102. Where is it? Exit 102 for barbecue.
The directions are on the bottom.
Yeah, he said one of his customers came up with that. He's been there for 20 years. We came up with this rub for him so that he could use it at the restaurant, which we sell him hundreds of pounds now. We love him, Steve. I don't think you're going to see this, but I love you, man. So Greg, Country Daddy Barbecue, he came to me and says, man, I'm looking for a really good rub. And I'm like, I'm selling hundreds of pounds of this stuff, man. What do you think? He's like, that's great. But like, you got anything that reminds people of like Old Bay? Do you do an Old Bay? And I'm like, no, I don't go after Old Bay because they're really good at what they do. And there's really there's no chemicals or anything in there for me to take out, So there's no reason to duplicate that. But he's like, if you could fusion those two together. So it got me thinking. So we started with the Smokies, which is tested, proven, thousands of customers eat it every day and love it. And then I just basically Marylandized it, I was like, what are you looking for in Old Bay? And he's like, some celery, bay leaves, make it a little hotter, make it a little sweeter. And then we went back and forth, a couple versions, and boom, the OG Maryland rub was born. So, and funny enough, even though it's built on the Smokies, it has a very distinctly different flavor. Like it's, you can't really tell that they're related at all. But anyway, because of the private label stuff, so we recently got involved with Barbecue and More Rubs. We're doing his apple chipotle for him right now, and we're working on doing some more stuff with him.
Apple chipotle.
Unfortunately, I don't have any. I sent them all out, and I didn't have time to make one because I've been going since 5 a.m. this morning.
Well, that's it for this show, folks. I'm glad I was able to make it. Next Friday, we don't know the guest yet, but the apple chipotle does sound
good. Here you go.
That does sound good.
Yeah, go buy his apple chipotle. It's really good. I basically just, recreated his recipe, what we call the pure and fresh way. Just make sure there's nothing junky in there and it's all delicious. But I tell you all that to tell you this idea. I managed to stay on track too. So we're working on another one.
Better than us.
I know. I wrote it all down, man. I wrote it all down.
Oh, he's smart like Damon. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was sitting
We need more Damons. We need more Damons in this world.
Well, I'm just old. I forget stuff.
I like to use the excuse that once it's written down, I don't have to remember it anymore. I just have to remember where to find it.
True.
I'm the same. I think we're all four in the same pod on that one.
And then I'm going, which notebook was it in? Or maybe it was on the phone notebook. Or
yes,
was it in my email or was that the company email? Like,
yep.
I'm gonna find it. Give me a minute. Hold on, because I live the 2 phone life too. Because I got the company phone, a personal phone. So it's like, which one did I take that picture on? Oh man. Anyway, so Boss Dog on Twitter. Are you guys familiar with him?
Yeah, recently I've seen him coming up a lot more.
So he makes some killer stuff. He's really quiet. I won't say quiet, but he's reserved in his. He's humble. There you go. He's real humble. Nice guy. Air Force retired, if I understand correctly. But he also came to me. Hey, I got this rub I want to do, and so we started working on it. And I guess I'm going to tell people about it. It's called the Bold Beef Rub, Texas Bold Beef Rub, and it's got a lot of pepper, like a lot of pepper in it. More pepper than I've ever done in a blend before. And then you bring in lots of other flavors. He's got some Worcestershire and then the usual garlic, onion, some other stuff. It's really good. So we've been having to tweak it. And hey, this has got way too much pepper in it because we use an organic black pepper that's really strong. So I usually have to scale it back from people's recipes because they're used to using, stuff that's not as potent basically. And so going back and forth, trying all these different ones. And me and him both did the same thing. I sent him the newest version, like version 3. And me and him both accidentally cooked version 2 again, thinking that it was version 3. So then we're talking to each other like, man, I don't think I can. It's still too much pepper in there, And then it both clicked with us. So, hey, I grabbed the wrong bag. Oh, you know what? Turns out I grabbed the wrong bag too. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll try version 3 again and we'll get back with each other. So that's where we are right now. But anyway, so he gave me an idea. All this. I'm like, we don't have anything in our lineup that's peppery other than like a lemon pepper, but that's lemon and then pepper. Because we make a big deal that our lemon pepper is not pepper lemon like everybody else's. It is seriously lemon first, and then there's the pepper. So I was thinking, I was like, what about, since you guys mentioned maple, what about maple and pepper? Just black pepper. And of course, some toast,
I'm into it.
Garlic, onion, of course, because I always do that. Enough salt to balance it out. But the primary ingredient is going to be pepper, then maple. Because I use this really awesome we get maple sugar directly from, it's the same people who make Coombs Farms maple syrup that you see on the shelf. Mm-hmm. It's called Bascom Maple Cooperative, but we buy 40 pounds of their maple sugar directly from the source up there in Vermont. So you can just sit there and just eat it it's so good. It tastes just like maple syrup. So that's what's in the smoked apple butter rub and the blueberry. It's got the maple sugar in there, but so I'm thinking, here's what I want to call it. Okay, I'm going to invent kind of like how Ford made up their own market segment when they came up with the Mustang, right? So I'm going to invent a spice. Here it is. I've never invented anything like a new term or anything, but I'm going to call it Vermont pepper because maple comes from Vermont. It's peppery. What do you think?
There you go.
I don't know if
think you gotta
I don't know
let
if it's landing too well. The initial reactions here.
No,
I'm not going to lie to you. Here's going to be the problem with that. And if I feel like you're wanting honest
Nobody's
back,
ever
and I
heard
just
it.
won't be like, oh, great, yeah, man, do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, slurp it all in. I think that if you leave people to figure something out with a name, they're not going to be able to figure it out.
True. I've run into that problem before.
So
Yeah, if you would do
Vermont
like-
maple pepper.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
Vermont
kinda getting
maple
at?
pepper, that would be, yeah, I'm with John.
I
on
also
that.
toyed around with just like, well, pepper maple sounds stupid, but maple pepper.
Huh?
Yeah.
I like the Vermont thing though, because then you're associating.
Yeah, I like
Vermont-
the shout out to the actual region and the
Right.
because look on the back of every bottle, folks. Where is it? Right here. Free from a whole list of crap that you're getting everywhere else. I'm not saying all the seasoning, but I'm just talking about in big box.
When you go to
store kind of
Walmart.
stuff.
Yep.
Yes. You're getting
Yeah.
crap in your foods and they preach about it. Well, I think you should also, shout out like, look, we're getting it. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Yeah. Kelly says Vermont maple pepper. She's never steered me wrong. All right, write it down, Kelly.
Yep. Thanks, Kelly.
So straight up.
Hey, what else
I'm
do y'all
telling
want to
you.
see in that? You think pepper? You think maple, garlic, onion? Obviously. Anything else call out to you?
Well, hang on.
Yeah, cayenne or
John, where were you
paprika,
at?
depending
John,
on
where
the-
were you at?
Real quick, depending on the spice heat level, I would definitely put in paprika or cayenne. Now, my dad and I, we cure our
Cayenne
own
has a
bacon.
nice sweetness to it in
Yeah,
moderation.
we cure our own bacon all the time, and we use salt because for the curing portion of it, and salt balances everything. Maple syrup, red pepper, and either cayenne or paprika. That's it. And it is just such it's. And if people listen to me, you might freak out hearing cayenne, but I promise you, go look up your bougie chocolates that you like to eat and go see what kind of chili or paprika or cayenne's in there, because it is a flavor enhancer, 100%.
True.
So I got a little 30-second story on that about cayenne.
Yeah.
So we got a blend called Garlic Butter Goodness. It's got actual butter powder in it, and it was originally made to be a seafood boil, but it also is delicious on lots of other things. So we sell in a shaker driver thing. Well, it was one of our customers. See on Twitter now, he is Man I Fish, guy local here in Georgia, and I've actually fished with him before. Went and met up with him years back. He's a good guy, but he came to me. He's like, "Hey, I got this fish fry. It's made from this company out in Florida. They sell it at Publix or whatever, and it's got like supposed to be, garlic butter flavored, but it doesn't taste like it. And could you do something? I've never done a seafood boil, even though I'm from New Orleans, we usually just buy something, growing up doing the crawfish boils and stuff.
Right,
so I was like, well, send me a bag because I can't get it here at my Publix. And he sent me one. I tasted it. I'm like, I got some butter powder I just started working with. Maybe I could do something with this. So I came up with that one. And it does have paprika in it to add in the color. And then it has a little bit of cayenne because I like to use cayenne for the sweetness when I'm doing other things. So it's very low on what I call the note scale. As far as I look at it like instruments, as far as how much you're hearing that volume of that one. So when he received it, he opened the bag and he's like, "Man, this smells delicious." But I see on the ingredients that it has cayenne in it. And I don't like cayenne at all. And I was like, "Look, man, you got to give it a shot. It's not hot. It's not spicy. Trust me. Just go for it, man." And so he did. He did a crab boil with it. He's like, "You're right, man. It's not hot at all or anything. Like, it's perfect. It's balanced." I'm like, "Yeah, because I did it just for the flavor, not to make it, over the top."
That's the biggest one.
Hey,
And that's
y'all
all our
can-
stuff. All our stuff is balanced like that. It
It's
starts
very-
off
yes.
with what you want to hear, and then it kind of fades. I paint you kind of a mosaic down into the finishing off aftertaste.
Damon, what you got? Damon, what you got for Steven?
Yeah.
Hey, so we're talking about a bunch of rubs that and what you got going. Do you do like sauces or anything at the same time?
You mean barbecue sauces, right?
Yeah, barbecue sauces. Yeah.
Yeah. Me personally, no. But I do manufacture sauces. Matter of fact, we're going to go back to Smokey's Barbecue in Cordele because he's my barbecue sauce customer. So we bottle. This is his hot mustard,
Mm-hmm.
and this is his mild mustard, which they're the same thing, just has a bunch of cayenne in it.
Right.
And then he also has his mild tomato, And then I don't have a bottle here, but he just released it. We just got done developing. These are sauces he's had around since he opened 20 years ago. But me and him worked together, and really it was all his daughter. I got to give credit where credit was due. The final recipe ended up being all her and him. But me and him did work together on a bunch of different batches of, it's called cotton honey sweet sauce. So apparently, I didn't know this because I'm not from South Georgia. Honeybees can make honey from cotton flowers. And of course, we grow a lot of cotton. It's actually the number one crop here in Georgia, not peaches, to say. But so he's got yeah, South Carolina grows more peaches. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. You know,
damn it.
There's a huge farm up there.
Everything I thought about the South has just been turned upside down.
Yeah.
Cotton, peanuts, soybeans, then peaches. Sorry. So anyway, so the cotton honey, I'd never had it before in my life. So he let me try it, and it's really similar to wildflower honey, but it has kind of its own distinct sweetness note. Like you can tell it's different from other honey. So he wanted to do something to highlight the region since they grow a lot of cotton down there. And of course, this guy, I think he said he's got like 700 hives. He makes a lot of honey.
Jeez.
So I was like, hey man, can you supply enough honey, to make this sauce for the restaurant, for the bottles, whatever? He's like, oh yeah, we do about 800 gallons a year. I'm like, okay, yeah, you got the honey, man. All right. So we made this sauce. So when we make 30 gallons of it at once to do the bottle run, and it's a 5-gallon bucket of cotton honey. Like,
jeez.
I got a picture of me pouring that in, like blah, 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 just all that honey.
I would love to try cotton honey.
So check this out. I personally don't like sweet barbecue sauces, but this one is good. It's just too sweet for me. Like I eat it and I'm like, oh man, that's sweet because it's got brown sugar and it's got honey. So, and it's ketchup based. So, and it's got a lot of vinegar in it too. So it has that vinegary sweetness to it. Like even the owner doesn't like sweet sauce, but he's like, man, I got people who love sweet sauce and they love this one. So we're going to go with it. So
question from the crowd. You ever do a hot sauce?
No, I am not versed in the ancient art of pepper mashing. I have made like 2 bottles in my life and they didn't turn out the way I wanted, and I've never really pursued it. From there, well, and here's why. I'm from New Orleans, and that's where Crystal Hot Sauce is from, which everybody, if y'all aren't familiar, that's a hot sauce. Tabasco is a pepper sauce because it's more pepper based with the high vinegar, whereas Crystal is a cayenne based hot sauce. But like I grew up with that, so what do I need to make it for? I mean, like they got it on lockdown.
Yeah.
But shout out to Spicy Gnome, man. His stuff looks legit, and I'm going to order some bottles here soon. So I heard some good things about it. The Enchanted Gnome, is that the jalapeno one? And
he's got that grinder too, man. I got that. It's really spicy, but it's really good. And then, like with our house, it just doesn't have
I
lemon.
want that. I want to get that.
Yeah, it's I think because everyone that goes through Country Daddy Barbecue, what's nice about Country Daddy Barbecue is he features a lot of other companies' rubs as well with his own. So you can try a lot of your favorites in one website under the one shipping. As you know, Steven, is like a good business model. And he sent me that. He also sent me, like, you get like a box, and he sent me the shaker of Spicy Gnome, and it's good, but it is, like it'll.
Well, I mean, it's hot sauce.
Damon would absolutely love it.
Yeah.
See, my biggest problem with spices and peppers and hot sauces right now is I have this amazing pepper patch in the backyard, and I literally grow all the peppers to dry out to make different pepper blends, and I call them pepper powders.
Nice.
And I just love experimenting with that's one thing I loved about when I opened my package and saw it. Like when I went online, it's just blueberry rub, apple butter, all these different things. I'm like,
well, we cover all the staples: lemon pepper, Greek, Italian. That's where we started.
There is a deal spice.
Dude, a 12-year-old kid came up to me at a farmer's market and was like, "Hey, you got anything that tastes like pickle? You got anything that tastes like pickle?" And I'm like, "No, but
I got you.
Do that." And there you go, dill pickle.
We're gonna try it now,
dude. It's
and by the way, real quick,
Oh, what's
Jason,
this?
I still know and I love you, and I love you over at
Yo.
West Brewers, man.
Well, hold on. What's up with the burger challenge? What is
Yeah,
that?
I mean, did you get
This
called
guy
out?
is a super. He has a Brewers Bar and Grill in West Reading. It's where I met the Cletus, who was at Jason's spot, and he's acting like I'm too big time. Like I don't remember who the hell he is. Like I just forget about people these
Hey,
days.
shout out to Jason here. I got your message, man. He said that he's watching us and he wants to get with me about making some product for him. So I'll be in touch, Jason.
Woo!
Hey, I can tell you, this guy throws down. This guy throws down. His restaurant's banging, and they got all
Hey,
kinds
you know what?
of killer wings.
They say end on a high note, right? Thank you. Good night. I'm out, fellas.
It's part
But
two.
look at the time.
Three's coming
Gotta
back.
go.
Now, to preface this, I'm a dill pickle freak. I
All right.
make my own. I drink the juice. In fact, I eat the pickles
Yeah, the juice.
faster so that I can drink more juice.
Yeah, but do you soak your chicken in the leftover juice and make your own Chick-fil-A chicken?
Yes.
Well, not Chick-fil-A. I've never been to Chick-fil-A.
Good.
Damn,
Don't
that is
go.
good.
Don't
Oh
stop
my
it.
God.
Stop
That
it.
is
Jonesy.
that is good.
Put some
Holy
of that.
crap.
Put some of that in your burgers before you put them on the grill, and then that you'll have like a dill pickle flavor burger without needing to
Yeah.
put on the dill.
So Tony keeps telling me that I got to make chicken wings. No, wait, not Tony. Sorry, different customer. But I got a customer that keeps telling me you got to make chicken wings with the dill. So I'm gonna try
What I
it.
tell you? What I tell you?
I got some wings today. I got some wings
You
today.
did,
So
bro. You did. Okay.
Yep. Yes, because that's what I said. That's what I said
Damn,
when we were talking
that
about
is
the dill
good.
pickle.
See,
Us
that
against
is
us
good.
three is like, see, I do like smoker fried chicken wings,
yep.
and
Smoker
I
fried.
said right then I seen smoker fried dill pickle wings in the future right then.
Well,
Damn
I owe everything I know about wings to Tony because he'll tell you, man. I DM him like, "Hey, Tony, I'm about to cook, 10 pounds of wings for these people at this market. We're gonna give them away for free. Like, help me make them good, All right,
Yeah.
you boil the water, you put them in the fridge, like he gave me everything. So, and by the way, man, my daughter is my 11-year-old daughter. She's like, when we get more wings, Dad? When we gonna have more wings, Dad?
There you go.
I do have a little bit of a call out for Tony, real quick,
Uh-oh.
or our buddy,
So
this
sorry.
Grill Life.
I was gonna say, what did I do?
No,
Yeah, I
no,
was
no,
gonna
no,
say,
no.
dang.
I have tried every method for grilling, or smoking, grilling, whatever.
I gotta take a
Crispy
picture of that.
chicken skin,
Dude,
Have you
and
not tried Tony's method yet?
I have, and I can't. I don't get it. I'm.
I'm sorry. I gotta take a
Everybody
picture of this
else
comment
does
so that I remember here.
I honestly, Johnsy, the Z grills at 300 has been my crispy everything. That turkey breast I did the other day for my meat slicer, dude, I didn't touch it. I just put the sweet heat from Willow on it, 300,
I saw
and
that
then
post. That was good.
and it literally like was the crispiest damn turkey skin ever. And I was like, dude,
On
I
what,
love
your
that
oven?
Z-grill.
in your
I
oven.
love
The Z-grill.
So I'm new
grill.
to the whole
What?
pellet grill game.
I can only
So-
do it in the oven. Period. I don't get it.
So
Yeah,
might-
Z-grill.
what
Hey,
I
try
do
the Traeger
here
at
is,
300, John Z. The Traeger at 300 and flip after about 20 minutes. Telling you, 300 is the.
Do you start with skin side down or skin side up?
Well, the wings are skin always. I mean, all the way around. so.
I'm talking about like stuff with thighs or drumsticks.
Skin
Wings,
inside down.
Wings. I can do wings. I got wings down. I'm talking about the bigger chunk, especially
Now-
thighs. Quarters. They're rubber every time.
The turkey breast the other day was skin side up the whole time, and it was deliciously crispy. The juices started coming out. Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
I might-
And
Jason,
that guy has a restaurant. Let's trust Jason.
Jason,
Trust
So,
him.
I
you
do
figured
mine
I would've
at
known.
400, which might be sacrilege. That's what I got. I recently got a Rectech pellet smoker. So like I said, I'm new to the pellet game, but I've been
Okay.
doing 400 on the wings and crispy. But Johnsy, like you said, man, I did them. My wife's like, okay, fine. You do crispy skin on the smoker. Let's see you throw
Yes,
down on some
Tony,
drumsticks.
yes.
So I threw down on some drumsticks. And the first time, pretty crispy. Second time, not so much. And I did the same thing. So
Yeah.
maybe it's the cut of meat. Maybe it's,
See, I don't like 400 because that's too hot and you're going to cook juices out in it. 300, it gets juices out, but 400 is going to make them fly out and you're going to get dry chicken.
like I said, what I'm doing is probably sacrilege.
No.
300, no,
No,
it's
no.
like more than like 250 is like low and slow. You're not going to get crispy chicken at that. And I'm still learning how to. And Damon, God, I mean, you would know too, man. What do you do on your chicken to get chicken? I mean, or do you just like smoke it and then fry it to get the crispy?
Yeah, I mean that was my go-to, and that's what I stuck with. So, I mean, usually I just run like 250 for a couple of hours, hour or so to get some smoke flavor into it.
See, we
And
did
then
a
just
whole
flash fry 'em out.
chicken for my brother, and he wanted me to do it. We were kind of in a hurry, so the lowest we got was 275. But that we spatchcocked the whole bird, did the boiling water, did the baking powder, everything, and none of that was crispy. So,
but going back
Zero
to what John,
of it.
but going back to what John said, I mean, and going back to like you, Tony, is like if I cook like thighs or something with skin on it,
Yes,
it's like
Jason, yeah.
Go 250, 275 to throw some smoke to it, and then pump the heat to it right at the last to crisp the skin up.
Okay. What temperature do y'all stop at on the chicken wings?
Wings?
Yeah.
I get them up to like 180.
180, 185.
Yeah, okay.
I like to cook mine up to the 190 so they fall off that bone a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If they hit 200, I'm not really upset about
like
it.
Drumsticks and stuff, I usually stop around like 170, 175.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's also the trick. There's also the duck fat trick. If you buy the duck fat spray and spray your chicken first.
That too.
I haven't tried that one yet. I've seen it, but
that's the KCBS trick is duck fat spray.
I literally went on a mission on TikTok and found all the hacks and tried them. I've combined them. I've combined certain ones, and like let's just say like 15 out of 15 chicken cooks, I'm getting 1 or 2 crispy skins where I'm like, oh, okay, that was good, and then. But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, Steven, we're getting a little bit into the show here. You got 2 big announcements.
Oh, yes,
yeah. Let's just do them back to back, man. You got a lot of good shit to go. Sorry, John Z. I know I saw the time and I wanted to get.
No, I know. I want to go over at least one more with you, but yes.
So
the announcement. I got to dip out because there's storms coming, and I got to get up there and help with the wife and the kids, and we got tornado watches and stuff up here. So I got to roll here at the about top of the hour.
So the first one, and I'm not quite finished. If you go past, I don't know, about F in the alphabet right now, you'll notice. But I'm lowering prices, y'all. I'm helping out your wallet. We're getting set up for high volume. So
I like this guy.
So a big storm brewed. Pandemic. Inflation, had to raise prices. I lose sleep when I have to raise prices. It really does hurt me, y'all. I hate having to raise prices. My brother, man, he'll tell you, I won't shut up about having to raise prices. Like it just eats at me. So now we're at a point where the first time you see a break in inflation is going to be on your bulk commodities, spices, obviously. And I'm always checking my prices about every 2 to 3 months. I run through all my bulk stuff and just see, hey, things gone up, gone down, whatever. So bunch of stuff went down because of the pandemic. And I looked at, hey, we're doing a whole bunch more margin or a whole bunch more volume now. So we don't need to have the kind of margins that we used to when we were in that, starting off growth phase. So we're going to drop the margins and we're going to give everybody a price break. Like I promised you all I would. I told you if my costs went down that I would take it savings on to y'all. So the shaker.
No one's ever actually done that. So good for you.
Shaker jars in the bags. Y'all are going to love this. Ready? The shaker jars in the bags have gone down anywhere from $1 to $2, right? The kilos, which are on the top end, have gone down $10 to $15.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a large.
I want to be clear here. I was not price gouging. Never. I can't do that to y'all. I have a conscience. But that was just the culmination of what it cost during the pandemic, how much we were buying at. Now we're buying at, bigger levels. We're buying, we're buying a ton of salt. We're buying a ton of sugar now. We're buying 500 pounds of black pepper now, whereas we weren't before. So my prices went down. Our volume went up. And, and just looking at all of that together. And I'm like, you know what? I can cut everybody a break and we can all still be happy here. So there you go. But I'm not finished updating the prices. Please wait till tomorrow to order. And you're going to have to pay too much. I'm just one guy.
Or do the man a favor and pay top dollar today.
Yeah, look at that. Man of the people deserves full price.
Here. Use code GRILLLIFE, one word together, all lowercase, 10% off right now. All the time, all day long, no minimum purchase. Go right now, save 10%. Or wait till tomorrow after I lower the prices and I love you guys and save 10% more. hats off to
Really?
y'all.
There we go. All right, now, and that's one. You said you had two. What's
All right, now
what's
number 2 is we're getting set up for high volume
Oh boy.
because, and this is a good thing, I don't need any condolences or anything. This is like one of the happiest days of my life besides having my children and all that good stuff. But I got laid off from my day job on Friday.
Yay!
I'm
Look,
so
Walmart.
jealous, you son of a.
So I told my wife I would never quit to pursue my passion, but my job quit me. So
There you
off
go.
we go. But the
Did that
real
come with
big
like a severance
announcement.
package for like 3 years?
Do what? What'd you say, Tony?
Did that come with like a 3-year severance package?
No,
all your
6
years
weeks.
of hard
6
work?
weeks, but
Yeah, they're understanding, eh?
Loser.
don't work for mega international corporations, man. They
Whoa!
Man, we love burying people here.
You heard it here first.
Anyway, no. So Friday was my official last day. I get a paycheck, again, like 2 weeks, whatever. I've got enough money saved up to last me for a good 6 or 9 months on income. But the big announcement. Gotta have a drum roll here. We're getting our own facility. We're buying a building.
Let's go, dude.
No more shared kitchens. No more, like right now I'm in our warehouse space in my brother's basement. That's where we store our sign that's going in our welcome, our foyer area in our new building, which by the way, y'all, Spirit Fire Burns on Instagram. She's in Oregon. This is all burnt wood. She made this for us and it's amazing. Go
Nice.
check her out. Anything you can imagine. She's a big Harley rider, so she does all kinds of cool Harley stuff and just she's a badass chica, and she made that sign. So, and that's our logo. I sent it to her. She matched the colors and everything. But anyway, we're getting a building. I'm so thrilled.
You got 3 big things here, man. So I don't know. Out of all 3 of them, I'd say getting laid off is definitely the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, really
Tell that
jealous
to my
over
wife.
here. Kind of want to punch in the face, but my time's coming.
So I'm jumping in
folks,
full
start
time.
everybody.
So everybody,
We've been
I'm
telling
going
you
to
that for
go to the
months.
website because I only got about 6 to 9 months of income, and then I'm going to be broke. So I'm going to need. I won't raise the prices on y'all. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get rich here. I just need to pay my bills. So
that's awesome.
Hey, from what I've tested, there's no way you're going out of business. So.
Well, I don't like to brag. I don't have a big ego, but every year that we've been in business, we've seen at least 40% growth. So
Jesus, that's
holy shit.
Now, when you start at 0, it's really easy to go up 40%.
Right.
But I mean, I can honestly
you're 7
say,
years into it now, man.
Like last year we made more money than 21 and almost 21 and 20 combined, and 20 every year has been our biggest year to date. Like the pandemic, oh no, we're going to go out of business. Nope, biggest year on record. 22, oh well, or 21, no, that's just a fluke because of the pandemic. People were at home. Nope, biggest year ever. 22, man, how are we going to top 21? Biggest year ever. Like, I mean, like, I love all y'all. I'm like, I don't even know where all this stuff is going. Like, I make thousands of pounds of spices and I just can't fathom, like, it just all disappears. I put it in the mailbox and it's gone. Like, where?
Well, Damon's wondering the same thing. Where the fuck it goes?
I put it in the mailbox and it's gone. So
his is gone.
But one door closes, another one opens, just like Damon's mailbox when he gets the shipment from.
I'm gonna give my postman a dang pat down when he comes back by.
One door.
Just smell him.
Strapped up shoulders, about to come out and play.
Yeah.
You've been eating that dill, you son of a.
Yeah, I smell dill in here.
Yeah, let me smell your breath, you son of a bitch.
Man, my brother hates the smell of powder so much that he won't make that deal with me. He's like, that's on you. I'm out. Like,
he's crazy. That is delicious.
Man, I'll tell you, when you open up a bucket with 10 pounds of vinegar powder in it, it'd knock you on your, what.
I believe that. I mean, if you just open a bottle and
it's like that, but more concentrated.
Yeah, your equilibrium goes, huh?
I would show you all my respirator, but it's not close by. But yeah, when I'm doing all the peppers I got a whole mask with the filters and all that stuff. And we got filters that run too, and it's just not enough.
It's not just about what spices you, just the powder coming up that you
Yep.
can't see
That's
will
right.
choke your lungs out. Yeah.
So
That's
you
just,
wouldn't think that salt would make you sneeze, but
oh,
when
bull crap.
you dumped about 200 pounds of it into buckets back to back to back, there's enough dust there that eventually you're like, why am I sneezing? It's just salt. Like, no, it's salt powder. And yeah.
He looks away from the salt, folks. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Yeah, the salt. I promise you it's not blue.
Yeah. Hey, the salt's made with love.
If my niece is watching this, I don't know.
He just said he's proud of us. We're all right.
Hopefully
No
we
trouble.
were good tonight.
No trouble.
All right. What the announcement did you miss?
Oh,
Well,
come on, Brian.
he literally came in at like 3 minutes after it all. New facility, lower prices, and he got fired.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
In that order.
And he got it. Yeah.
Number three. What were the?
He already forgot.
I got all excited. Because I keep trying to come back to this right here, the jerk.
It's named after the guy who came up with it.
Well, that's
Ew.
okay. Has anybody?
I thought it was a Steve Martin reference.
Anybody
That
here?
too.
Yeah. Anybody here or anybody in the chat been anywhere where they do this for real to the Caribbean or anything?
Yeah, I've been to Jamaica. Jamaica's jerk everything.
Yeah, so I went to the Cayman Islands, and they're like how there's Kentucky Fried Chicken, there are jerk chicken places everywhere, and I fell in love. So I want to know the history on where this one came from, please.
Thank you, Brian. Brian says congratulations, happy trails. Yeah, don't worry, man. I'm gonna make like a whole YouTube series out of the building, and I mean, you're gonna see a lot of it. Trust me. I need to get that.
I want to do smoked chopped chicken thighs with that jerk, man.
Dude,
jerk
this is so
chicken.
good. I have drumsticks. I defrosted. This is exactly what's going on.
You ready for the story?
Yes, sir.
This one's just basic, man. I'll give a shout out. So the guy's name is Chad Cheeley. He used to own a cafe and general store. He had to close down the cafe, but while he was running that cafe, he's like, man, you do a jerk seasoning? Like, I don't know anything about jerk seasoning. I've never had the real thing. You know, he's like, well, think about it. I want to do a jerk chicken wrap. I do what I usually do. Got on the internet, started researching, looking up what's the traditional flavors, you know, that are in that type of thing. And same thing I always do. And I gave that to, I think that one only took me 2 versions because the first time he said it was way, way, way too hot. So I had to back down the cayenne out of it. And that's it. And then I joke, he's not a jerk. He's a really nice guy.
Really hot.
But I joked that, you know, I was like, hey, man, what are we going to call this? Do you want me to sell it? He's like, yeah, you sell it in the general store. You know, I'm like, it's going to need a name. He's like, well, why don't you just, you know, I was like, I can name it after the guy, you know, who came up with it. I've done that before. And he's like, what, I'm a jerk? And I'm like, no, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
Thanks,
jerk. There you go.
I like it.
Oh,
shit.
dude.
We need to
by the
make
way,
Damon a
we have
seasoning.
a Caribbean lime version of that also because of one of our retailers. Yep, it's called Caribbean Lime Jerk.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh boy. The shopping cart one.
So I'm also one
Use
thing
that code,
about me,
real life, 10% off.
I might not, maybe I'm different than everybody, but when it comes to like good seasoning blends where I don't have to do all the research and I can just grab it and I'm like, oh, this is everything I was looking for. I'm a sucker for that. And I will just give you my money. And
see, also, we do custom. And that's how a lot of these blends came to be, is because our customers came to us and go, hey, can you make a version of this popular season that doesn't have any chemicals in it? Or I got this idea for some lemon garlic butter, or, you know, and so we start working with the customers and
never
boom,
should have told me that, buddy. Never should have told me that.
So that's how we do the private label. You know, if you got an idea, you know, bring it. We'll tinker with it. We'll see. And we don't charge anything for R&D. I don't charge you till you get your final packaging. So.
Okay, well, you know, hey, be looking for a Johnsy Spice coming soon. And he got fired, yeah. This genius, they fired this brilliant man.
We love Robert because he's just like always like 5 minutes behind, and he's just like.
By the way, in my day job, they didn't like me very much. Kind of an asshole. So.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah,
they fired the whole department, so it wasn't personal.
Oh, okay.
But you know, when you don't like your job, you don't exactly sit around and tie dye and drink beer and be happy. You know. So
here's the deal.
but some of my
keep telling
coworkers are here
Tom-
tonight. So I love y'all and they're customers now. So
I keep telling
respect.
my coworkers, like, look,
Heard they're looking for a job.
you
too,
guys
Steven.
have been busting me up.
Nope,
So
I'm good,
just
man. Right here.
One more
Buy it.
push. One more push, man. You're just forcing me to find something closer to home. That's, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, we tell people, look, okay, people say, well, I make my own stuff. I buy the spices and I mix it together. And why should I give you money? Well, number one, you're buying commodity spices at the grocery store. God knows how old they are. Y'all know that whole story. All of us manufacturers are making stuff with fresher ingredients than you're going to buy there. And then also, well, like, how much time is it spending you and how much do you have to buy? Like, do you have to buy a pound of everything just to make your one batch? You know, you're not using it all. So what does that really cost you? $100 in spices? Well, I'll just blend it together and I'll sell you your jar for $6 and it's done. And it's your recipe, you know, and I don't want your recipe. I'm not going to steal your recipe. I just want to sell you spices. That's it. So
I like it. It's actually a genius. I'm telling you.
yes.
There was a big battle of co-packers, folks, during COVID where no one could find a co-packer to take on. And it ended up getting to the point where people were started holding, like, I'm not telling you who my co-packer is because that dude can't even keep up with my own shit. Like,
some people even had to go out of business too because of where they were located. Different states only had so many co-packers. And at the time, I wouldn't really set up to be able to help, you know, anybody. So, but no, we're this new facility. We're going to have barbecue sauce capabilities in-house. We're going to be fully licensed for the sauce. We're not quite licensed completely for the sauce, but we will be in the new facility. But we're actually licensed. A lot of people say, you know, you're Far Out Foods, but you make spices. Well, that's where we started because that's what we know. But what are spices? They're the basis of snacks and everything you eat. I mean, everything's got to have flavor on it. So that's why we're Foodz, and we're actually licensed. People don't know this, as a multi-food manufacturer. So as long as it's not a dead animal, shellfish, or eggs, we can manufacture it. So we're just not there yet, but we're like, that's another big announcement. And then I've already put this out there, but we're moving into snacks. So popcorn, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pork rinds, trail mix, tortilla chips, potato chips,
sunflower seeds. Is that a real thing in my future?
Yep.
Oh,
the jerk. You got to do Cajun sprinkles. You got to do jerk.
Yep.
And you got to do the blueberry. I'm joking.
I'll try the blueberry. We got a cinnamon sugar that people.
I would say if the blueberry sunflower seeds are good, that'll crush. Because nobody would think, no way.
I'll write it down.
Dude, hey, I'm a purist when it comes to sunflower seeds, and I buy one company, and it's their ranch flavor only. And I could picture a lot of these. I got to try this one before we go.
But you haven't had our ranch, though. There's a reason why.
I haven't had your ranch.
It's called, where is it? Righteous Ranch.
Okay.
Because it's Hidden Valley, basically, but no GMOs, no soy, no dairy, no sugar, none of that other junk you don't need. Here, I'll read it to you real fast. It is onion, salt, garlic, black pepper, parsley, dill, and chives. That's it. And there's a recipe.
That's what I grew up on. My mom used to make homemade ranch.
There's a recipe right here. It tells you how to make it with buttermilk and sour cream, or mayonnaise and sour cream, depending on what consistency you want. You can add however much ranch powder you want, make it super ranchy, whatever. And I don't have it sitting here, but we even have a bacon jalapeno version too. That is really, really good. So
Jason Krause wants to know pretzels. If you can do pretzels, we need to talk, he says. So Jason,
I've thought about it. So if you can find me a pretzel manufacturer that meets my requirements, because I got there's certain oils I won't use and things like that, because the part of the
dude.
Well,
yes.
Part of the pure and fresh thing is we're actually more focused on the nutritional value of the food, not just the chemicals necessarily.
And there are good oils and oils that you use regularly that are actually not fucking doing anything.
Did you notice on our homepage when you brought it up that we sell avocado oil?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love avocado.
The reason why is because not everybody can get it where they are, and it's one of the best oils for you to use.
Yes.
So the snacks, as long as we can find a good supplier of it in high volume, the snacks are going to be all done with avocado oil, because that's just how we roll. So, I mean, you're going to pay for it, but it's going to be worth it, you know?
Real quick, Tony, you have to dip out. It's getting
I got to roll,
in Ohio.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, look,
thanks, Steven.
Brother, you stay safe. Take care of that family. Our
Yeah,
thoughts and prayers are
Always.
with you, man.
Pleasure, you guys. Steven, good shit. Damon, love you. Andrew
Yeah,
Poole
man.
and John Z. I'll talk to you later too, my man. You're the man. And you got a pool too. I'm the only loser here. Without a pool.
Prince of the Poors.
Prince of the no
Prince
pool.
of the Fours. I want to go
Mom's
play
got
in the bathtub. I want to go swim laps in my garden tub up there. So I'll see you guys later.
All right, man.
Later, buddy. All right.
At least
I'll
we
check
didn't
over
end it.
my list here real fast, see if there's anything pertinent that I haven't touched on.
Yeah.
Let's see
So-
here.
So while you're
Damon,
doing
hit him
that,
up.
Stephen, and I don't know if you can look and talk at the same time. I mean, I couldn't. But like Twitter, is that your main source of social media?
So I'd say yeah, as far as communicating with the customers anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably my main form.
I got
And
you.
simply because I like it, because I can engage the customer better. We can have conversations, we can have discussions. I can show you things. You know, we can have private conversations. You know,
Oh,
Instagram's a bunch of like, look what I'm doing, look what I can do. It's a picture. You know,
Yeah.
Facebook. I don't know. I just don't feel the love. But you have to remember, before I started this company, I was very antisocial, so I had no
Right.
social media.
I got
So
you.
the fact that I've evolved to the point to where like I'm here in front of y'all on this camera live, like it took 6 years of being in business to get to this point. The reason why I haven't done interviews in like 3 or 4 years is because man, I watched the old ones and they were horrible. I'm like, oh, who is that guy? It's me. Oh God, man. Like,
folks, breaking news here on the TDN network. This is probably the hottest seasoning I've tried to date.
really?
No,
Like-
I love all the other ones too, but damn, that is good.
Oh, you
Like-
mean okay,
like
I'm
hot,
that's
like
spicy.
spice wise, or like hot, like money wise.
No, hot as in like money. Go.
Yeah,
look,
okay. I'm like,
listen
it's
to
not
me,
that
folks,
spicy.
look, you
That look
know,
on Steven's face was like, wait a minute.
we
Did I put the wrong stuff in that jar?
Yeah.
We have partners here on the Dude Network. We love Willow. We love Redbeard. There are Redneck Chef Boudreaux. There's a lot of seasoning companies or
Hey,
blends or rub
And I,
companies.
and I love them all, and we're all
Absolutely.
in the same business.
all
and there's
friends.
plenty
There's-
of business to go around, man.
There
you
is
know?
enough of this pie.
None of those
for
guys are
absolutely
my
all of
competition.
you.
None of them.
That's
No.
right.
No, because not any of those guys, because you guys are making the best stuff.
No. It's not like that, man. I mean, I get it. I make good stuff, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm better than all those guys. No, man.
No, I say you guys make the
Yeah,
You-
like
all of them.
because,
Yeah.
combined.
with
I mean,
Willow,
all combined.
Redbeard,
Well,
you.
well,
our
everybody's
buddies
got
at
their
Branch.
niche, you know, so
And
none of us are
everybody-
really doing the same thing.
That's right.
Oh
I
my
love that
God.
about this community. So people get surprised. I
Yeah,
retweet other
Yeah,
people's
because like yours, Stephen, is like a broad spectrum. It can
Exactly.
it's versatile for a lot of different things.
Yep.
Where like you have some companies that fully focus on nothing but like barbecue,
right. Rubs
and they might have
barbecue.
10, but it's like barbecue all across the board. Where you're a lot versatile.
Well, here, I want to take this moment to make this differentiation. And I will be completely honest, until I got into this business, I did not have this education either. So I'm not sitting
Okay.
here all high and mighty either. But one day it occurred to me, how am I supposed to refer to this stuff? Are they spice blends? Are they seasonings? Are they seasoning blends? Like what technically are we talking about here? So doing a little internet research, I discovered you've got seasonings, flavorings, rubs, and then all the other different stuff. So
Blends
really,
and blah 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 blah.
yeah, we've got 3 different product categories. So anything high in salt is a seasoning. Cajun sprinkle,
Yeah.
seasoning. Anything that's high in sugar is a rub. So we've got, therein lies the rub. Blueberry, rub. The OG Maryland rub. Those are actual rubs. But when somebody comes up to me and was like, "Hey, what's this dill rub you got?" Well, it's not a rub. It's a flavoring. Honey sriracha, it's a flavoring. Jalapeno citrus, it's a flavoring. There's not enough salt. There's not enough sugar. It just makes things taste like that. And it took me a few years to learn those differentiations. So we're not a rub company.
Yes.
We're a seasoning, flavoring, dressing. Hell, I even make hot cocoa mix. That was a happy accident. I mean, we make all kinds of stuff. So fish fry.
And this is very key. There is a huge difference, folks, but also don't be afraid to experiment. If this says rub, try it on something that you wouldn't put a rub on.
That's right.
Well, I'll take a little knock at all the other guys. Everybody says Put it on everything. It's not just a rub. You can use it on your vegetables. You can, but it's true of any seasoning though. If you like it on chicken, you're probably going to like it on other things. You know?
But not everything goes well on everything.
Very true. And that's why we get to experiment. And that's the spice of life, man. There you go. Pun intended.
So tell us about this.
So we used to make beef jerky and we don't anymore. And you're not allowed to ask me any more questions on it because I signed some paperwork, but we don't anymore. So
that was the wrong thing to say here. That's all we want to know now. Go ahead,
I can tell you, but I'm not leaving it on the internet forever, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, we had to get out of the jerky business because it wasn't that profitable and blah, blah, blah. But so while we were doing it though, and I'm actually going to tell you about two blends because they go together. So Mr. Chad Cheeley, the man I mentioned earlier behind the jerk seasoning, he's a friend. He now works for them. There's a local brewery here called Southern Brewing Company. Go check their beer out. You'll love it. One of the owners of the brewery came to me and he said, "Hey man, I've been trying to get all these local spice companies to make something with hops. I want a seasoning that has hops in it." And I'm like, "That's strange, man. I don't know anything about hops. Like, I'm not a beer drinker. Isn't that bitter?" He's like, yeah, okay. I was like, "Look, you give me some hops because you're a brewer. You got the hops.
Have flavor profiles like galore."
So we make one called Beer Blend, and it's got real hops in it, and it's got mustard, and it's got chocolate, and it's got tomato, and it's got. So originally it was called Stout, and I modeled it after a stout beer. But nobody.
Okay, you are speaking to my heart.
like Damon said, nobody could make the connection. What the hell, stout? It's beer, man. So we just called it Beer Blend, and then it took off. And we've almost dropped it, but a couple of customers have convinced us to keep it.
Shame on you, people! Shame on you!
Try it on your meatloaf. That's what I've heard, man. Well, we used to put it on beef jerky because it was a beef jerky flavor, so we know it's good on beef. But it has like a little tartness to it, but it's got a sweet, it's got some sugar in there. It's a very, my brother hates it. He thinks we should cut it, but it's a very unique thing, I kind of dig it.
You know what, brother of Steven, just slow your roll.
Well, you got to remember, we've cut 11 blends since we started, and people are going to go, what? They've cut 11? Well, that's because y'all didn't buy them. You don't know them. And
dude,
they went away,
I don't even want to know what I can't get anymore. I will just be
Nashville Fire, Nashville Sweet Hot, Hollering Jalapeno, let's see, Spicy Pineapple Twist. By the way,
you suck.
I still have the recipes and the leftover labels, so you just send me a little message, and I can make them. I'm just saying,
bro.
There you go.
You know what? At the end of the show, both y'all hit me up on Twitter. Give me your actual email address. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a list of everything, so you can just read it without all the pictures.
When we go off live, we'll go straight back to the studio. We'll chat for a few minutes. Just
cool. And by the way, Damon, I'm gonna mail yours, but you're not gonna get it. So.
No, it probably won't, man. It probably won't. You just let me know. I'm gonna be sitting by the damn mailbox.
Like, how far is Florence from Atlanta, man? I might just drive it up there for real.
4 hours.
Oh, that's nothing. I drive 3 hours to go deliver barbecue sauce down south. So
that's what was crazy. I messaged Damon and Tony when I got my package, and Damon's all, "How the hell did it get to you first?"
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
I had to get to Cali before it went one state over.
Yeah, and I did yours on one day just to make sure that it really got in it. No, and I sent his. It was 2-day priority. I'm like, man, that's.
Welcome, Postal Service.
Hey, shout out Branch. Branch sent me 3 packages to get me mine. Because either it was going to the other same address but west instead of east, and they weren't giving up the goods, or the postman was like, "Yeah, no, I've heard or seen of this, so you ain't getting it." Yeah, it took 3 times to get it to me. So
good night.
Yeah. At least it happened to you
crazy,
too.
Man.
Yeah, it's
weird. I tell people all the time, like, I don't really have a problem with the Postal Service. We use them exclusively.
Yeah, I haven't either until now.
Great, man, but I can't do anything about the delivery aspect.
Yeah, I mean, it's not on you. No, it ain't on you, man.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Damon, I'm going to give you a full refund, man, since you didn't get your stuff.
Yeah, appreciate you.
What,
Nothing-
dude?
but
Hey,
nothing you
you heard
pay.
it here
That's a
first.
damn up, man. I appreciate that.
You just give me your debit card and I'll get that refunded. Just the full number
Got
with the 3 digits on the back.
Yeah, make
And,
sure you give him the
I'll just take a
three-digit code
picture
on
of it
the
and send
back.
it to you.
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go. Yeah,
Both
full
sides.
refund, man.
Both
Yeah,
sides.
both
What's
sides.
the limit
Yeah.
on it again? Make sure I refund it.
Yes,
Can we
it's
get
the
a
black
copy
card,
of
so
your
it's endless.
signature as well?
Yeah.
Just
We
to
got it
cover
all
By the
all
way,
bases.
everybody, you'll notice on our website, I'm sorry that we don't have a my account section where you can log in and see your order history and all that stuff, but we don't want to store any of your data because I don't want that on my hands. So
True.
email me and I'll look up your last order and I'll let you know what you got last time. I do that all the time. So eventually we'll have that feature, but right now,
Hey,
no.
If you're mad about hold on, I'm gonna speak to this, and this might not be appropriate, but if you're
Hi,
mad about
Tony.
that, shame on you. Shame on you. Because I'm just saying, Target, PlayStation, the cloud, everything got hacked. And here's a man trying to make sure that you just get
That's
good
right.
seasoning without having to worry about anything. Look.
And that's really just because I don't want to deal with the hassle, but it's all for y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're looking out for everybody, man.
And really, that's what it comes down to is they make you jump through so many hoops and check so many boxes and well, do you have this? Well, have you filled this out?
Oh,
Did
hey,
you do this?
you can be a robot on our site. We don't make you check that you're a human. We're not into, Android specifications, you can be human.
You hear that, bots? You can buy as much seasoning as you want.
Yeah, no two-step authentication here. Sorry, your data is not being secure.
I do want to touch on before we wrap it up and get out of here. I want to ask, man, you got tons of products. What's one that you're most proud of?
I've been asked a lot over the years, what's your favorite? I'm like, they're all my children.
Picking a favorite child.
Yeah. Not just.
There's some of them that I'm like, I hate you because you're so powdery. Like the ranch, mixing the ranch. Oh my god! I mean that stuff. We got to full suit up. We'll be covered. The whole kitchen is covered. Yeah. The scales covered. Everything's covered in that onion and garlic dust. It's delicious. But, I hate making it. But so my absolute. Well. When I first started, one of the employees at I think that's my biggest retailer now, she told me something. And at the time, I'm like, you're crazy, lady. But it turned out to be true. She said, the one that you hold nearest and dearest to your heart may not end up being your best seller. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
don't get your heart broken. And it's true. I got some places that we don't sell any Cajun seasoning. And that was that's the one I started with. That's, oh, man, I had to go in and pull it off the shelf. But I replaced it with something else that sells really well. They just that particular market, they don't do Cajun seasoning, but it sells great down the road, or whatever. So today, if I had to pick, I would say overall, I keep coming back to the Greek, and it's not so much. Okay. It's not so much what it tastes like, is what it took for me as an individual. To and I guess the persistence and whatever the word is for not giving up when you're really PO'd about it not working right.
This isn't right. I don't like this. I'm not going to make this seasoning.
Groovy Greek almost made me quit the whole damn business. Here's the story, and I'll tell you. So this is why I'm most proud of it. So, it was I did taco. So we did the Cajun, then we did taco, then we did ranch, and then I started working on the Greek. So we just had 3 for a long time. The first year or two was just the three blends. So then my wife's like, "Hey, Cavender's Greek seasoning comes in a yellow can. You see it at the grocery store. It's got MSG, all that stuff." So for years, I've never liked baked potatoes, but she's like, "You've never had my baked potato." So she takes the baked potato. She coats it in any kind of shortening, vegetable shortening, palm shortening, whatever we use, palm shortening. And then she would put the Cavender's Greek all over it. You wrap it in foil, and then you bake it like normal. And it makes the skin so good that you just eat the whole potato. Usually you want to eat out the middle. Nobody wants the skin. The bottom gets crunchy from sitting on the pan. And then it's just you eat the whole, it's so good. I really need to get that recipe on my website. But she's like, "Hey, how come you don't make a Greek seasoning?" I'm like, because I don't know what's in that. And like, you know, so we'll make one. All right. Get on the internet, start reaching like, you know, what are the quintessential herbs that people use in Greek cuisine? You know, so I'm reading about Greek history. And the reason why Groovy Greek is blue, by the way, is in reference to the Greek flag, because us doing the tie-dye, we have to have different colors for each blend. So like, hey, what color do we make Greek? You know, Mediterranean blue, everything in Greece is blue and white, you know.
Right.
Little tidbit here of trivia. Our early blends, like the first 9 or so, the tie-dye that's on the top of the label, those are real shirts that my wife made.
So we're going to get to that. We're going to get to the tie-dye because I'm a huge hippie.
The rest of them are all digital. Sorry, my designer, he's really good. So
that's fine. But
when you got to do 50 tie-dye designs, you know.
That's right.
And in case I'm going to mention that, anybody asking about the tie-dye, so why tie-dye? Why Far Out Food? So originally I came up with the name because we are far outside the norm of modern nutrition. That's where that came from.
What the frick, dude?
And also because far out, man, it's just fun, you know.
That's right.
So I figured it just worked.
It all fits, yeah.
And I love color. Absolutely love color. So the tie-dye was just a natural thing. It attracts people's attention on the shelf. You know, we go to farmers markets, we're wearing tie-dye. And it's funny because when we first started, everything was tie-dye. The labels were full tie-dye, the hats were tie-dye. This like somebody told us one day, he's like, man, your booth looks like tie-dye, threw up all over the place. I'm like,
thank you.
You're right, man. We need to scale this way back. So like, okay, just the little part on the label is going to be tie-dye, not the whole thing anymore. You know, maybe like, let's back off the shirts a little bit. Let's get a logo that's not tie-dye. Let's, you know, look like not a hippie company. Like I'm not a hippie. I'm not trying to be a hippie. Like we're just using the proliferation on words here, you know, but
right.
That's where all that came from. So, but no, I do enjoy making tie-dye.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, yes. I do want to touch on that a little bit because I love tie-dye.
We used to sell it.
I should have grabbed it. I should have wore one of my tie-dye shirts, but I couldn't find one. But yeah, so you did used to sell tie-dye.
We had a company called Far Out Threads, and we weren't big enough. We didn't have a large enough customer base at the time, so it just didn't take off. But so I have I don't know, about $1,000 worth of leftover professional dyes, and like we bought the good stuff. Like this is the good professional dye.
It gets
you know, the hobby store stuff or whatever. So it's all starting to age now, and I dug it out recently, and I'm like, man, I should get some shirts and start making me some stuff. So this is what I made a couple weeks ago.
Look, I'm not trying to push more on you, but I'm just saying.
Tie-dye is so labor intensive, man. All the rinsing and the squeezing and like you need machinery for that, you know.
It takes so long.
Everything. Like my mom was doing the tie-dye business, and she's just like, I can't do this anymore. It's killing me. Like she did like 60 shirts for a cheerleading squad, all the same colors, you know, like so.
Hey, yes. If you guys haven't watched, you go back and watch this and you can see these are raw reactions, but I'm telling you, I mean.
So yeah, Adventures of Home Cook. I'm going to say, I've always told people that if the spice, and this goes for any company, any of them out there, if you open it up and the finger raw taste is not good to you, it does not get better when you cook it.
Nope. That is an absolute fact.
That's fact.
So if you don't like the smell and you don't like the finger taste, move on. It's not going to improve. So that's what I tell everybody. Smell it first, then taste it. And of course, usually, John Z, you can attribute to it. Once you taste it, you're in.
You're good. Yeah. So this is how it happened. We weren't sure how we were going to do the show because sometimes we'll taste stuff live, blah, blah, blah. As soon as the package came, I opened it. My wife got all into it with me. We started opening and smelling them all. As soon as I smelled this,
the Cajun sprinkle,
before even talking with any of the fellas, I didn't even taste it. I smelt it and went, I'm making a pasta with this. Chopped up some mushrooms, had some ribs.
I'm sorry, Damon. I know you're sitting here listening to this. You've never tried it.
No, man. Hey, no.
I've had that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah.
I cooked the ribs the day before, and I was like, I just have a feeling. So I chopped up some rib meat, mushrooms, ribs, pasta, and just a little bit of cheese, and I used a little bit of heavy cream to kind of tie it all together. A little bechamel sauce, not quite Alfredo, folks.
Yeah.
Like, we're
I do
not
that a
making
lot.
Italian here,
Yeah, a little
but
cheer sauce. Yep.
dude, smoked it. We all,
Mm.
oh, dude, it was good. It was
They look good.
All right,
really
I'm
good.
gonna share something big with you guys.
All right.
Big. Like,
This is number
Yeah.
4 now.
I
Oh,
got
boy.
to walk right over there and grab something out of a box, but I'm gonna show y'all something since you mentioned.
I thought you was going to tell us something.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah, I was
by the
like,
way,
I got my,
I was about,
Johnsy didn't ask for Cajun sprinkle. I had to send him the one that started it all. So he got
Yeah,
some things he didn't ask for. And Damon, your package was identical to his.
Yeah.
So we'll get
Absolutely.
that done for you this week for sure. But
no
okay,
worries, man.
so we like to eat, and when you get it, when you get it, don't say it. All right. Because
Okay.
this is all like YouTube and monetized, and there's lawyers and stuff. So don't say the name, and nobody type it in the comments. Y'all keep it to yourself, all right? And I will finish answering the Greek thing in just a minute. Here, real fast. Greek. It took me 17 versions over 4 months.
Wow.
Most of my blends I can nail. Some of them I get lucky. I do it in one. It's usually 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 versions. It took me 17 to get the Greek right. I almost quit. It was so nasty. My daughter, I'm like, okay, honey, here's another Greek to try. And she's like, ooh, I don't know, man. The last ones have been like, ooh, like I turned her off on it so bad that when I finally nailed it, I brought it to her. I was like, this is the one. I got it. Like for real. Here, taste it. Oh man, it's so good. And she's just like, Dad, I don't think I'm ever going to eat Greek seasoning ever again. I was like, please, honey, one more time. Just one more time, and then like, boom, she asked me to make Greek chicken. Like every time I say, hey, what do you want for dinner? Greek chicken. We just had it last night. But yeah, I know, Greek chicken. He's on my website, Greek chicken with lemon orzo rice. You put the Greek in both the chicken and the rice. Feeds my family a lot, at least once a week.
Wow. Heck yeah.
To answer that. Now, okay, so there's a restaurant. They're nationwide. Johnsy, I think they finally made it out to where you are. They're real big in the South. They're open 24 hours, and you can go there and you can get breakfast any time of day.
A Waffle House.
Ah, come on. That's it.
Oh, we've
Canceled, man. Canceled.
It's done. I'm bad at following directions.
It's not them. It's not them at all. Okay. So we don't go eat there, and we don't bring our own bottle of Cajun Sprinkle when we go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we've done this so many times at our local Waffle House around the corner from my brother's house that we've given it to some of the cooks there, and yeah, he already said it. So whatever, Waffle House. So we walk in one day on a Sunday, and if you know Waffle House, I worked there in high school. Shift changes at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yep.
So 3:00 they're dead. It's new shift, but nobody's there. So 3:00 on a Sunday, we walk in. We've been doing spices all day. We got our bottle. We want to get a burger, pork chops. Hey, by the way, Kelly was right. Cajun Sprinkle, you got to try it on your eggs and make yourself some hot fries. Hot fries with cold ketchup. Doused in Cajun Sprinkle. Any fries. McDonald's fries. Make them home in the oven. Any fries. Like,
Better.
So anyway, we walk in one day, and we had given some to the cook. Shout out, his name is Jam, like Jam and Jelly. His name's Jam, real nice guy, really good cook. He's worked there for 10 years, and he's like, hey, it's the spice guy. He's like, hey, what's up? Like, actually, I forgot to bring it in today. He's like, no worries, man, I got you. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I got that spice you gave me. I got it here, and I'm like, oh man, you were supposed to take that home, Jam. That's for you, man. Yeah. He's like, oh, no. He's like, no, man, I've been putting it on all the stuff that people order. I've been putting it on pork chops, and when somebody orders a burger, I just put it on, and I haven't been telling anybody. He's like, man, I've been getting hella tips. Everybody's like, Jam, what'd you do to this burger today, man? This is like the best burger ever. Oh, these pork chops. Like, I'm like, are you me, Jam?
That's awesome. Really?
So 1 second.
He got a Waffle House jukebox.
There is one part of this that is copyrighted, and I'm going to put my thumb over it because none of this is official, and I don't even think the company knows what I'm about to do, but I'm about to change Waffle House as y'all know it. We're just going to make it better, though.
Yeah.
So I had my designer work up. No, here's the secret. It's just Cajun Sprinkle. But you ready?
Nice.
No way. No. No way,
Nice.
Look at that.
dude.
Eggs, hash browns, burgers, pork
That
chops,
is
chop steak, chicken, chili soup.
awesome.
Who do we know? Who do
That
we know
makes
that sells
everything.
all those things?
No
Nice.
way, dude.
So
That is
what if y'all walked into your local Waffle House and that was just on the table, and you could buy one as Christmas presents? Because anything that says Waffle House on it around the holidays, the cups, the mug, the merch, man, they sell that merch. People don't even care what it is as long as it's got the logo on it.
That's right.
2,600 locations nationwide, and guess where their corporate office happens to be? About 20 miles from my house. And guess who worked there in high school and knows exactly how everything works inside Waffle House? And Mr. Jam, he's so awesome. He's like, man, when you're ready, you give me a call. I'll get you the regional manager's phone number.
Boom.
So my building might have just gotten paid for, but we'll see, man.
Congratulations, dude.
We'll see.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, we'll call it the house seasoning, because when you go to the house, you use the house spice, the house
Yeah.
brew, the house,
House dressing. Yeah.
Exactly. So I
Heck
figured that should be. I mean, I know they don't change things very often, but like that should be right up their alley. Matter of fact, I was sitting there that day. Another customer came in, and he's like, "Yeah, let me get a burger." And I'm over there eating, and I hear him. He's like, "Hey, man, Jam, man, this burger today, man, it's amazing." And I was just like, and he goes, "Yeah, that's the guy right there." I get a little embarrassed when people do that. That's the guy right there that makes it, And I'm like, "Oh shit, what I do?" What,
Right, no.
Like, no. Oh, you want to tell me about food? Yeah, okay, yeah, no. And he's like, man, this is the best burger I've ever had at Waffle House. I've been eating burgers at Waffle House for 22 years. Like,
Dang.
man, you're on to something. So then
Wow.
my sister, God bless her. So if you've got your family, your close family, your cousins, your uncles, like those are the people that never buy from you, right?
Right.
Right, yeah.
3 cousins, an uncle, my sister, 2 coworkers, my best friend of 20 years, which they always want free stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of them are paying no discount customers. So that right there, like, that means a lot to me. If I've got those people, like the people who know what kind of idiot I really am, if I've got them involved, then I know I really got something,
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom and my sister, they went to Waffle House recently. My sister's a huge fan of the Cajun Sprinkle, and she's sitting there eating it. My sister lives in South Carolina. She lives in Easley, just outside of Spartanburg,
Mm-hmm.
Greenville. It's west of there, closer to Georgia. But anyway, she's sitting there eating breakfast with my mom, and she goes, "It would be really good with this. Make this a lot better." And my mom goes, "What?" She goes, "Cajun Sprinkle." I'm like, man, I'm on to something. Like, definitely on to something. So,
Hell yeah.
John Z, do they have Waffle House out there in California? Yeah, they made it out there. All right.
Oh yeah.
Take your bottle and some of those extra business cards I sent you.
Yep.
Go check it out, man. I recommend the bacon deluxe cheeseburger
With some Cajun sprinkle. I'm gonna say, hey, but I want some of this on my burger.
Record it. I want to see their reaction, because at first
Right.
they're gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" But then after they use it, they're like, "Man, where'd you get this stuff from?"
Yep.
Hey, we do have a question real quick.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Tim is asking if you guys do sample packs.
Yes, we do. If you scroll to the very bottom of when you click on Shop All and you see all the stuff we make, the very, 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 very bottom, you'll see that there's sample packs.
Right.
They are, I believe, $3 a piece now, and we only let you buy up to 10 at a time because they're really annoying to fill. So, but we don't mind.
I believe that.
Well, I didn't want anybody ordering 50 samples at once. Like, hey, I'll just get
Yeah.
around buying spices by buying all these samples. Yep, there they are, right there.
Right.
And you can also buy our stickers. But for all of those of you who've ordered and noticed that we do holiday themed logo stickers, we don't sell them. You only get them when you place your order around those holidays.
Nice.
So that was actually my designer's idea. I was like, name every holiday that has its own specific color. Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day. Of course, we do Mardi Gras.
So we have here's Christmas.
Christmas, yep.
Valentine's.
Oh, my bad.
Obviously.
Mardi Gras.
Tie-dye.
But you noticed that the Mardi Gras is on the Cajun Sprinkle, right?
Yes, I did. I was looking at all the ones that had them. Obviously, the classic.
OG.
classic with the red, and I love that.
It's our Americana 4th of July
We have our
Memorial Day.
fall and Thanksgiving, but
Yep.
one that I am most proud of.
St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh,
St.
leprechauns.
Patrick's Day, baby.
Lep-
Yes, sir. I love it. I
And
love it.
those are good outdoors. We got one on a truck that's been there for 4 years, and it's just now starting to peel.
That is
okay.
a haul for a sticker right
Yeah,
there.
it is. I mean, all the rain, the sun, the fate, you know. So put it on your Yeti, put it wherever. It'll last for a long time. So everybody loves
love it.
stickers. I'm trying to think. I think
That is a huge thing. Everybody does love stickers.
y'all. Yeah, I used to make a big deal about giving away stickers. Like, do you know how much these things cost? Like, just give the people their stickers. They'll love you for it, you know.
Yeah.
But
Hey, my stickers cost like $1.25 a piece that I have. So
yeah, I want to say these are. I buy enough
they're
of them that they're maybe. I want to say like 59 cents, but I got to buy like 700 of each design. You know.
Yeah, I bought 100, but they're like I'm saying, they're quality. I always put mine. I'm terribly behind on getting mine out for sticker swaps. I'm sure there's people I forgot about. If I have forgot about you and you've sent me a sticker or we've talked about it,
Kelly, answer in the chat. How old is your sticker that's on your truck? Because you're probably one of the first people to get a sticker.
yeah, hit me up. I apologize, but I stick mine on poles on the beach in the Pacific Northwest,
There you
like
go.
all over the
There
place,
you go.
and they're still there.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Adventures. I do want to point this out, and I will read it to everybody. I'm going to show it right here.
I got it memorized. I've been saying it for years. If you want me to just rattle it off.
Free from go.
See, it's MSG, soy, gluten, anti-caking agents, fillers, dyes, and GMOs. Should be 7
And
of them.
refined sweeteners.
That's a new one. Yeah, refined
Yeah.
sweetener. We only use coconut palm sugar. So if you see and the maple sugar. So if you see sugar in any of our products, it's one of those two, and that's it. So
You know, and that's why we work. Hey, that's right. Hey, welcome, Mom's a chef. Let's go. That's one thing that really is important to me. And that's why we've worked with some of the companies we've worked with, because there is no BS. I opened one of these and it was all clumped up. And there might be a lot of people who get mad about that.
Mhm.
When I see that, I am very happy because
Well,
now I know.
you should have just been able to kind of like give it a knock.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, real seasoning that clumps up. You just go like this. Ready? Done.
Yep. Done.
But I mean, look,
We've
I've been on a kick.
can't
Everybody
let it
knows.
be a trade secret, but we've recently, it took us years. And yes, I do lose sleep on this kind of stuff, people. So don't think that I'm over here just like counting your money. Like, I take this very seriously. I mean, tie-dye and all, but I do. I joke a lot, but I take it very seriously. We actually had to pull our Bee's Knees honey rub off the shelf at some of our retailers in the jars, because after like about 2-3 months, we discovered the whole thing would just go rock solid, like a solid lump.
Mhm.
You couldn't break it up, and we couldn't figure it out. We thought it was the sugar, we thought it was the honey, we thought, and it turns out, I can share this part. We've gotten into particle physics a lot in this business.
I'm
How
sure.
things flow, how things move, turns out that it was actually just the compression of putting too much in the jar. So we were trying to give you guys a nice full jar, but over time, the weight of that compression would form a solid block. So we're like,
I
all right,
got you.
we're gonna have to it's okay in the bag, because in the bag you can break it up. You can,
Right.
A lot of people are like, hey, when's Bee's Knees coming back? We actually pulled it off the website for a while, and we were going to completely discontinue it. And then one day, thanks to my brother, thank God, he does some serious research digging sometimes when he's at work, but he stumbled upon, it's a type of starch. There's no gluten or anything to it. It has no adverse effects to the food. You don't taste it. You don't see it. You don't even know it's there. And I don't have to list it because it's very minuscule and it doesn't count as a filler. So I'm not going against what I say. It's actually there for a reason. I'm not, using too much of it on purpose, but we finally solved the flow problem. So You might have the maple chipotle that we haven't done it yet because we're just now incorporating it. But I know that bee's knees and the killer bees. I had to send you the bee's knees because you asked for the killer bees, and the killer bees is just the hot version.
The only reason I did is
when you open that, Johnsy, let me know if the bee's knees and the killer bees, they should have some flow to them. A little.
They do. I opened both of them.
Okay,
they were great. I tried them. Yeah, I think
we're working on that clumping
maple. Yeah, I think it was maple that had the clump in it.
Yeah, all the sugar.
I'm not mad. I'm not because look, I've been on you can ask Damon. I've been on a kick about health. I ferment my own stuff for probiotics. Awesome. I grow my own vegetables and peppers as much as I possibly can. I butcher my own pig.
Which, by the way, that's our long-term goal, and we're already going to be able to start working on it here at our new building. Is growing all the herbs and the peppers ourselves. Yeah. I've been dehydrating into that for a long time. So
yeah, let's go.
So I mean, like, obviously we're going to have to buy salt, and I still got to buy black pepper because it's a tropical plant. But like all the herbs, all the peppers, all that, anything that can grow here in Georgia, we're growing it. So,
dude.
That's good, man.
From me, thank you.
Well, look, this isn't a PR thing. Since the day I started this company, obviously I want to make some money. I got bills to pay. You know, we all want to have some toys and all that kind of stuff. But really, the number one reason that I did all this was people need to eat better, and they don't even realize it. Like at the barbecue restaurant, everyone who eats at that barbecue restaurant every day, if you told them that he switched to a rub that had no chemicals and they'd be like, yeah, so what? Is my barbecue going to cost more now? No. But so they're eating the same way that the big corporations are forcing you to eat that crap without your knowledge. I'm forcing those people to eat good and they don't even know it.
There you go.
And that's what I set out to do. Is I don't care if you know it or not, but you're going to eat good and you're going to like it. And I'm going to do it with love and integrity and transparency. And Johnsy, do me a favor. Read what it says on the top part of that bottle there above the free from all that stuff.
Created with love and integrity from our family to yours.
On every single package we make. I won't sell you anything that I won't feed my own family. And I am picky as all you know what. So
nice.
So, I mean, I know they cost a little more, but you're getting, literally, that's why I say pure ingredients, amazing flavors. Our whole thing is the pure and fresh way. And it doesn't just mean, the reason why I did that is because how do I tell somebody that we're better than organic without using the word organic? Because we're not allowed to. So all of if you notice, you don't see the word organic in any of our ingredients. And I did that for a reason, because in the beginning, your average Joe, your barbecue griller or somebody like that, he would go, well, I'm not paying extra for all those organic ingredients. I don't need that. All right, fine. You know what, Billy, we're going to feed you organic and you're just not going to know it.
Yep, exactly.
So all of our herbs are organic. Our black pepper is organic. The maple sugar is organic. I think about 85% of our catalog is organic. And I just don't tell people because it doesn't matter, because I'm based on nutrition. So we do everything the pure way, which is whatever is best for nutrition. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So everything that's in our blends is there for a reason, because we want that flavor, not because it was caking too much or, whatever. We need to get our margins wherever they are, add salt.
Right there, Kelly. Right there.
Kelly hit it.
Exactly. You are what you eat.
Yeah.
Period. So, that's my whole thing, man. That's why I love it when people tell me, like Kelly said, she can't buy any other taco seasoning. Of course, part of me goes, yeah, money. But at the same time, man, it touches my heart. Like my fingerprints are in your kitchen every time you make a meal. I mean, my fingerprints have been to countries I've never even been to.
Right.
I've sold stuff to Estonia, Germany. Shout out to John in Ireland. He's my only Irish customer.
What's up, John?
Canada. So I do a lot of stuff up there. Italy, that package got sent back twice. Do not rely on the Italian postal service.
Oh, they must work in South Carolina now.
Yeah, no.
Hey, getting stuff from Italy is easy.
The mob will get you whatever you need, man, but they won't let anything in.
Right.
So the first package came back with a knife slit right down the middle, right through all the bags and everything. And they were like, wow, this ain't cocaine, send it back.
Yeah. This isn't the heroin we ordered from Afghanistan.
Thanks, Kelly, in Australia. Also Australia. Yep.
Nice.
So that's I just think that's amazing. I've shipped all 50 states, Puerto Rico,
Damon, what you got?
I know some of you guys out there are jealous because you're trying to get your 50 state map filled up. I get it. But like, I noticed one day, I'm like, wait a second, let me sort our customers by state real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey man, we hit all 50 states and the Virgin Islands too, and Puerto Rico. All right, man. Like,
Heck yeah.
yeah. So no, I hope I didn't come across as cocky or anything. I'm just on cloud 9 because like the building we looked at today, man, like it's perfect. It's actually 2 buildings sitting on 1 acre, so we're gonna have a place to park like our trailer and the company van, and
Nice.
And we're gonna have like it used to be a chiropractor's office. So there's a bunch of individual little rooms, so we can set up one for doing spices, one for doing sauces, one because we don't generally work in like a big kitchen environment, like because we don't have stoves, we don't have fryers, we don't have it's generally just tables, scales. On when we make the Smokies rub, because we have to make 300 pounds at a time, we do, and Brian's gonna laugh at me because me and him talked about this. We compared where we bought our concrete mixers from, so we use concrete mixers that are never have concrete in them.
Yeah.
So like he got his from, I don't remember where he said he got it. I got mine from Northern Tool, but we fill it up, turn it on, get it going, and because like doing the rest of the stuff we do in 5-gallon buckets, so we put the stuff in there. And then I'm over here, shake, turn, shake, turn, shake. I actually pulled a nerve or pinched a nerve in my hip one time, doing 25 pounds. Yeah, and that was the.
I'm not laughing at you.
I know.
I'm laughing with you because that's a real.
Oh man, it was painful. But yeah, I got off balance with 25 pounds, and I almost dropped it. And I went to go catch it, and then of course, 3-4 months with the chiropractor, he fixed me up. But I was like, we gotta change this. And that day we bought the concrete mixer, so. Anything under 5 pounds, we do by hand, but above that, it's in the mixer. So
absolutely.
What you got, Damon?
Yeah, what you got,
bro? You've covered a lot. I mean, I don't know how much more we can cover.
I told you I could talk for days, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and real quick,
the passion is real.
Right there. That's what I was going to say.
I
don't think you came off as cocky. I think you came off as passionate.
Like right. I'm really excited to take this on full time. I mean, I'll be honest. Anybody who's in business, you're gonna know, man. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's the most stress of your life. Like I'm gonna have to worry about not only paying the rent where my family lives, but now I got to pay the rent where my business is gonna live, and I got to make those payments every month. And I got to worry about. Well, is the internet working out there? Are the orders coming in? What about the power company? There's a storm. I got to worry about what's going on out there. I've got to set up cameras. I got there's a lot. I'm super excited about doing all of it. It's going to be a blast, but there's a level of stress that goes with that. I know Brian gets it, and David at Willow, you get it, man. As soon as you start to get any kind of, I won't use the word success, but any kind of repeat business.
Yeah, some traction.
You start overthinking, and then there's all the stress that goes with it, and you're like, "Why am I even doing this?" And you're gonna go through that period. I want to quit. I want to, no, man, I gotta. It's so easy to quit. I gotta buckle down. It's, I gotta dig in twice as deep. I gotta, no, I believe in this stuff, man. I got people who are gonna break down my door if I go out of business.
True.
There's people who rely on us now. There's people with allergies and stuff. If we stop making our ranch. Their kids won't eat their vegetables anymore. I've got a story. I was walking in the grocery store here in the town where I live, and I'm not famous by any means, but it was before this logo came out. So I just had a basic hat that said Far Out Foods on it. Cause they always say, if you don't rep your brand, how can you expect others to rep it for you? So
true.
You'll always see me always wearing this hat all the time. Actually, the reason why we sell hats is because I wanted a nicer hat that wasn't a prototype from Vistaprint. And I had to order 24 of them. Shout out to Threadbird. They make some cool stuff. So they were able to get us these nice hats that are made in Bangladesh. So they're not made in China, at least. We try to stay away from everything China. Our jars are made in America. Most of our garlic and onion and all that kind of stuff all comes from California. As much stuff as I can get. All of our fruit powders come from the United States. That's California.
You get peppers from California?
I want to say... I know our paprika comes from Spain.
Well, that's
habanero. I think our habanero comes from California.
There's a lot of peppers I'm realizing here in California.
And I want there's
not just in my backyard.
But yeah, no, we try to get everything sourced in America as much as we can. I want to say the only stuff that we can't get that's not China, that has to be China, is ginger and chives, and it's just because they're really the only places that grow them. Ginger really
Especially on
only
a scale. Like
right.
if you needed a pound, you could get it anywhere you needed, anywhere you wanted to. But when you need,
Yeah,
Yep.
I need 70 pounds of ginger in a week.
It's all
that's
coming
right.
from China.
Yeah,
And it doesn't matter if it's organic or not. It's coming
yeah,
from China.
yeah,
So, and then the chives, we can grow chives here. They're like green onions. So that's probably going to be one
yeah.
of the ones we start with. And
Dude, chives are
nobody
super
commercially
easy to
does
grow.
organic chives. And I don't know if it's just because they automatically are or they can't be. I haven't figured that one out yet. But we'll give it a go. We'll do our own chives.
I've only grown organic chives. I don't put anything on them.
Yeah, I don't see why they're
I don't
not
understand.
certified.
Yeah, and they grow like weeds. You
Yeah,
you plant a little plant,
but
and by
they've
the end
always
of the
been
season, it's huge.
until we got into habanero, which habanero runs us like $70-something a pound. It's ridiculous because I mean you use so little.
So little, yeah.
It goes a long way. So you think, oh my God, $70 a pound, but when you actually factor it out into the blend, it's really not that bad at all.
I got you.
But before we got into the habanero, chives was our most expensive thing, and back then it was $25 a pound. Now it's like $30
For chives.
for chives.
Jeez, man.
I need to start growing chives.
And then if you and that's the discounted price by buying in volume. We buy 25 pounds at a time. So because chives go a long way. They go a really long way.
Yeah.
But if you buy them already ground into powder, they're like $72, $78 a pound or something like that. So we buy, that's two things that make us different. And I guess if you guys are taking notes and want to copy us, two things that make us really stand apart from everybody else is we sift almost all of our ingredients. So we make sure the salt doesn't have clumps, sugar doesn't have clumps, the garlic doesn't have clumps, pepper doesn't have clumps. Almost everything goes through a sifter. Matter of fact, like this is one of our old ones sitting here, but like, see, you put that over a 5-gallon bucket and we do a lot of this, And of course, we're going to buy a commercial sifter as we set up our new facility, so we don't have to do it by hand anymore. But
Right.
we sift everything, and then we also grind things. So those chives, they get ground into powder for the ranch. Our Italian, all the herbs get thrown together in a bucket, mixed up, and then they go through the grinder.
Nice.
So that's the little bit of it's our textures that really set us apart from anybody else. Like, I know Brian BT Lee's. He's all natural, no GMOs. He's all the good stuff, checks all the boxes, but he doesn't sift and he doesn't grind. That's at least that I know of. I mean, if you do, Brian, I'm sorry. I don't know. We haven't talked about it, but I'm just guessing based on what I've seen in his bottles, what I've gone on. But and I have no problem with. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say like, well, you don't grind and you don't sift and your stuff, whatever. Some people like it chunky. Some people don't. I don't like it chunky. So I decided to go that route. If you want the cracked pepper and all that stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I can name off some great companies that make that stuff, and I will gladly send you their business, but that's not us. So if you want chunks of garlic and you want the big chunks of, nope, sorry. But if you need some powders, man, we can grind it to a pulp over here,
Well, and it's like you said, you don't like it. Some people do, but like me, it's all about the application. I like both.
Exactly.
Right.
I like both. Some things I want I want big old flakes and chunks in there.
Yeah, and you want to see
sometimes I just want it covered nicely and that's it.
That's right.
Sometimes you don't even want people to know you seasoned it. So
yeah,
if that's just pepper. No, that red flake, that's just black pepper. You're good.
Yeah. No, that is a true thing here because like even with my wife, if she saw me when we first got together and I first started cooking a lot, she would see me grab paprika. Just paprika, folks. And it was like, you're not spicing that up, are you? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, lady, everything that I cook will have paprika in it. And you will never know. And then and then she caught me using cayenne because cayenne went in everything too.
Yeah.
She just didn't see that. And then that was a huge fiasco. I don't eat spice. We can't handle that. We're not like you, blah, 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 Da, 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 da.
I love that. We're not like you. What, you don't enjoy the pleasure of pain?
No. Now this lady, she's like, hey, where's your pepper powder? Yeah, I need some. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
I always joke that my wife really just married me because of my Cajun sprinkle and my spaghetti recipe.
Nice.
That's awesome. Oh.
Like she's like,
Well,
man,
dude, this has been a blast, man. We're at
this
2
has been
hours
great.
almost.
I really appreciate y'all letting me come on
Nah,
here.
man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we usually only do an hour 15, and this flew by. So this
Well, I
was
watched
definitely a good time.
I watched 2 or 3 of y'all's, but I think David's was pushing 2 hours. So I was like, all right, I'll be prepared for 2
Yeah,
hours.
that's before we changed up some time.
Yeah, with that,
I get a bunch of material together here.
yeah. We switched it because we realized there just wasn't people don't stick around that much live that long, and so we shortened it to a sweet spot. But there's plenty
It
of
was
people
rolling.
still here, so I don't.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't know.
rolling.
You broke the mold, man.
Yeah.
With the seasonings and everything else, man.
I'm always humble, but I'm humbled even further. So
Yeah, hey,
thank
I'm
you to
telling
everybody
you,
that showed up.
folks. I know you've heard it from me from our partners before, but dude, get yourself some of this. I smelt it, made a pasta. I didn't even taste it. It's phenomenal. I'm gonna hold up some of my favorites. It's gonna be hard because
Oh, your Greek, that whole grinding textures thing.
dude. Okay, well,
I figured it out on the Greek. That was the problem, was getting the herbs to stay incorporated into all the seasonings. You shake them and then they separate. So we call that technologies, things that we figure out like that. So that took me 4 months to master that. That's why Greek is
dedication, man.
Right here.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go get myself some of that because I'm Italian and I just made some homemade pasta dough tonight. I'm making my own homemade guanciale from pig cheeks. Like I'm just obsessed with more food. Pushing it
You need
further
our
away
It's
from-
Italian. I've been told that it smells like an old Italian grandmother's kitchen. So.
Oh boy. Okay.
So-
All right.
Well, I did the research.
I got some
Yeah,
money to
live
all
spend.
the herbs
Okay.
that we use in Italy, and then I
Yeah.
threw in some fennel and some red bell pepper, and that just like it's not an Italian herb blend like you buy, at the store. It's an actual Italian seasoning. It has salt, it has onion, it has fennel, it has bell pepper, and then it has cilantro, summer savory, oregano, thyme, like all the herbs.
To be fair, that's why I didn't choose it. Anytime I see Italian, I'm instantly drawn because I'm like, yes, I love Italian. I love making Italian food.
Okay, I hear you. People have been telling me to make the Italian herb version. So
no. I bought it because I figured that's what it was. And
well, you can also make Italian dressing with it.
I grow oregano, I grow sage, I grow basil. Like I don't need someone to sell me another Italian herb.
True.
So hearing
thankfully, dude, you're a minority because we sell a lot of it. So thanks for that. So
no, I'm not trying to put anything bad, no negative here.
No,
Kelly, I'm going to get It's Italian. I'm gonna get
look,
brain.
Johnsy, if you don't need it for your Italian cooking, just go on my website. There's the recipe. Because if you buy the jar, the recipes aren't on there. They're on the bags, though, because there's just not room. But there's the recipe on how to make Italian dressing out of it. Just make the dressing and put it on a salad or marinate some chicken in it or whatever. See how you like that. But like, don't go comparing it to what you put. Yours is going to be better in your tomato sauce and all your Italian dishes.
No, sir.
So
I am not claiming to be anything special. I buy cookbooks still to get better. So
yeah, but you've got the fresh stuff, and when you're doing Italian, fresh Italian, you can't beat it. So
yeah, that's yes.
But if you want it for anything else, it's gonna be good.
Right on, Damon. What do you got? Final thoughts, man. Here.
Hey, I was gonna say. I was gonna ask him what's for the future, but the future's done been told for.
Oh, there's a lot. I got about 15 blends rattling around in my head. We got some sauce ideas coming up. I already told y'all about. Oh, by the way, it's called 5 Finger Snacks. Grab a handful. Yeah. And also because people 5 finger things, so please don't steal it. But it's double meaning. You can go ahead and go follow that on Twitter and Instagram. It's already out there. 5 Finger Snacks, the number 5 Finger Snacks. We've already got a logo. Thanks to my awesome designer. I'm going to shout him out. Pixel Theory Design. Also, he makes vinyl stickers on Instagram. It's called the Riot Sticker Company. If you guys are into heavy metal bands and the logos that go along with them, and you want them turned into vinyl, go check him out. He makes some really, really detailed.
Damon, you just stole Damon's
Riot Sticker Co. Like you're gonna start a riot on Instagram.
Hey, message me about that. I might be looking for to do a new design. I love this one, but it's gonna be a double
But he's
deal
he's
here.
great. He charges me straight time. He's not like a mechanic where he spent 5 minutes and charges you an hour. Like
Yeah.
he charges me real straight time, and he's only $75 an hour. And he does. I mean, everything you've seen, that's his logo idea. From there, we branched out into all the packaging. I mean, he did the Five Finger Snacks logo.
Yeah.
He did production design for a Sir Speedy printing company for like 10 years. So he was the guy that would call you and go, "Hey, your artwork looks a little stupid. How about if you did this with it?" And so he would fix stuff for people. And so he's really good at doing stuff that's going to get printed or need to be enlarged or things like that.
Well, it's like
There you
I have a friend who knows about graphic design, but she's insanely expensive. And I made a little logo. This is way back in the beginning, and she hit me up and was like, "Yeah, you want like this bleeds together. You want stuff to do this. You want," and
Yep.
I'm like, "Okay, I am not doing this on my own. I
I
need to
love
reach
it.
out to
Give
someone."
them an idea. I'm like, "Look, here, I'll sketch it out real fast. Like, this is what I want. This is the idea in my head. I want this color here, this color." And I'll send him a picture on my phone, and I'll text it to him like, "Nathan, this is what I want, man. I'll text you the verbiage later, the ingredients or all that extra stuff, And he'll send me something back, and I'll look at it and go, "Oh, this is great, but like change that line to this color and move this over here and put this there." And he'll send me an email back, like straight up, no. Like, all right, I mean, I could do that for you if you want me to, but here's my opinion on it, and he'll basically like take all his training and go, "This is why this is dumb, and you should use this color, and we really should go with this and format it like that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah, your idea is better. Let's go with that."
Like that looks pretty good. Okay, yeah.
But he'll actually tell me straight up, like, "Bro, that's no, we can't do that." Like, thank you. That's what I pay you for.
That's right.
Yep.
Tell me no.
Absolutely. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking around so long.
That's right.
This has been a killer episode. Yeah, everybody go check out Far Out Foods, please.
Yes. Check them
They're
out.
on Instagram. They're huge on Twitter. Damn it. I can never get this right.
I noticed that. It's like, there we go. Here we go.
You saw me trying them. I'm getting nothing from this. I'm just telling you straight facts. These are delicious. This is happening either tonight or tomorrow. It depends on how I feel. I got to get up early. It's already 8, but I get excited.
Ooh, poor fella.
So,
Damien, I'm sorry.
Everybody go.
Your disappointment, man.
I'm
just like, screw you, John Z, and your delivery that came through. I'm supposed to be sitting here smelling these with you.
No, man, it ain't that bad.
Man, I'm gonna send it UPS just to make sure. I'll put you up a little extra.
Yeah, there you go.
You're gonna get it this week. I promise you, man.
Appreciate you.
See, there it is. There, customer.
Matter of fact, just to make John Z a little jealous because he's all, "I got mine and you didn't," and everything. I'll throw in some of these for you there too.
There you go,
Damon. Hey, there you go. There we go. I love it.
There you go.
Hey,
John Z, place an order, man, and
I will. No, I'm.
You
Trust me.
Yeah,
when
for
I
real.
find
you can ask any of my customers, man. Lanyap, we always throw in something extra, a sticker.
Yeah, and you
I think
can ask,
something.
You can ask any of the people who've ever I work with. If they send it to me, they try and send it to me. That's fine. If I like your stuff, I will spend my money to make sure that you stay in business so I can keep getting it.
We love that.
That's right.
We call that buy-in. We want people to buy
Support
in.
small business, folks. These guys are making stuff that matters. It's important because it's healthier, it's better, superior products like this. These small businesses fucking matter. Okay, this is a huge deal. And
it's not just a hobby anymore, y'all. I gotta feed my kids with this now. So
yes, we're full time, baby.
Yeah.
Full time.
Not that I wasn't serious before, but we're serious for real now.
Yeah.
Like, we're about to take on a mortgage for this, y'all. So
Let's go
to the moon, Alice.
Hey, a few people said they're going to order. I definitely recommend Cajun Sprinkle, Maple Chipotle, the Blueberry Rub, the Jerk. If you can't do any spice at all, it might be a little too hot. But I'm telling you,
try out the Caribbean lime first because it's got a lot more sugar in it.
Or
So,
here's a pro tip for you: use a little bit and put it in like olive oil, some good fats, avocado oil. Use it as a marinade, and it'll cut
yeah,
it down a lot. Fat helps cut, so
yeah.
there you go. This dill, if you are at all a fan of pickles, get that.
Boom.
It's
So
basically supposed to be, a jar that you made yourself. You drop a little clove of garlic in there. You might put a little pepper in there. So I tried to make it. It wasn't just vinegar and dill.
I make my
Heck
own
yeah.
pickles, so I might just make a jar and see how I can use just that and try that out. So
Yeah, give it
Well,
a try.
more coming on that.
That's
Ladies
right.
and
There you go.
gentlemen, thank you so much. Don't forget Friday guest. We will let you know. Sunday, we're not going to let you know the guest either. It's always a surprise. Stick
Yep.
around for the updates. Steven, Far Out Foods,
Appreciate
thank
you,
you
man.
so
Hey,
much.
y'all follow along. We do have a YouTube channel. It's not very big right now, but it's
Let's
about to be.
go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
roll it
We're
out.
going to
Roll it
cover
out.
the whole building series, getting it ready to get licensed. We're doing the whole thing. I got GoPros and drones, and we're going to do the whole thing. So y'all follow along over there, and of course, it'll be on Twitter and all that good stuff too. But follow us on YouTube because that'll generate revenue to help us pay the rent.
Yeah, everything helps.
You know,
Hey, folks, the people we support, we're supporting them for a reason. Help us out, folks. Keep this train going. We
and
love
yes,
our
I do eat other people's spices.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, dude. If you got, hey, hop on Twitter and you can watch him and like 3 or 4 other companies just talk back and forth all the time
Yeah.
about stuff.
Well, we'll trash talk, and then we promote each other, and
Yeah.
then we pick at each other, and then we're like, "Oh man, that new blend's awesome!" I love it. People are like, "Why are you promoting everybody else?" Because they're just as awesome as I am.
That's right.
Because we're a freaking community here, folks, and like we always say, ELE, everybody love everybody,
Love it.
folks. We will see you guys next week.